They'll get 2 points, which is doubled on 4. They'll be up 6-0.
2 fights in and the favourite beaten in each of the first 2. Sharaz the favourite here, according to the bookmakers.
Yes. Mr. Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And we are live. Okay. And it's Hamza Sharaz versus Williams right about now. It's Riyadh season. And what's this one called? 5v5. Queensberry versus Matchroom. And it's been crazy, yo. It has been crazy, yo. I was going to start later, but this thing just got me buzzed. Just watched Nick Ball versus Ray Ford. Was it Raymond Ford? Probably Raymond Ford. Shortened the Ray to Ray. Shortened the Raymond to Ray. So Nick Ball versus Raymond Ford. And Nick Ball is definitely one of my favorite fighters. I know I don't love the, oh, John Daly's up in the building. Let me just drop the link in. Currently, Sharaz v. Williams going on, but Nick Ball versus Raymond Ford. That was a crazy fight, yo. But I tell you what, all Raymond Ford had to do to win that fight was step back. Step back every time Nick Ball launches a sword, because Nick Ball kind of falls into his work. So all Ray Ford had to do to win that fight was take a little step back and bam, bam, take a step back, change the angle, bam, 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 bam. That's all he had to do, but he lost. He lost because he didn't do something so basic. But I'm not hating. Nick Ball, one of my favorites. But I have to say, the more talented guy was Ray Ford. But if you don't listen, well, did his corner tell him to take a half step back? Take a half step back every time. Every time Nick Ball comes forward, and then take a half step back. Take one step back every time Nick Ball comes forward, and take a half step back every time you land your jabs or your 1-2s. That's all he had to do. Basic fundamentals, people. Basic fundamentals. Where are we? Let's just copy this. Copy the link. Copy the link, and I guess I best get myself together to score this fight. That first round, you already see it. Who won? I don't know. I'm watching, half watching, but I'll get focused now. What's this here?
Like everyone else, he was on his feet for the entire 3 minutes of that last round between Ford and Ball.
Okay, Sharaz v. Williams. Amo Williams. Okay. Let's do this. Yes. Sharaz Williams. First round. Whoa. Left hand right down the pipe from Williams, and Sharaz holds on. Remember that tune? Hold me close, don't let me go. Oh no. Okay, Sharaz covering up, regaining his composure. Sharaz long and tall. Sharaz looks like a light heavyweight, and Williams looks like a middleweight.
And this is what he's trying to do now here in the second round.
I'm giving the first round Sharaz v. Williams. I'm giving it a draw because I really don't know. I didn't watch enough of it to know who won. We're multitasking over here. This is round 2, though. 2 minutes of round 2 remaining, 1 minute 50 remaining. And Sharaz felt the power, and he's doing the sensible thing, and he's hold me close. He's holding close. Now he's got his hands up, covering his head, very sensible. Of course, he's gonna wait until he feels good again, but he just eats an uppercut from Amo Williams. appropriately named. But I expect Sharaz to win this fight. He's a very composed fighter, very intelligent fighter, and he's a very long fighter. And he picks his shots, and he has power. Power. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. Nice long shot from Amo Williams, but I suspect Amo with two Matchroom, a 2-0 down. Remember, it's 5v5. They're 2-0 down. So if they win this fight, they win the next fight, it's all over. And remember, Hamza Sharaz is the team captain, so they're getting 4 points. It's double points. I wasn't really too much into this 5v5 nonsense. I thought every man for himself, and every boxer would just be boxing for themselves. But no, it really feels like a team thing. It really feels like a team thing, and they're really fighting for their teams. That said, I think that Queensberry, if you're looking at it as a team thing, which I guess it's supposed to be, I'd say that Queensberry could easily get a clean sweep in this Shizniks. But with that said, we introduce the John Daly. John Daly, how are you doing?
Good evening, Raf.
How you doing, matey?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good shizzle. It's been a nice sunny day over here in Middle Earth. That round goes to Hamza. Amo Williams, very clear and decisively, according to my scorecard.
Well, the thing about Hamza is, he's got power, but have you seen those skinny legs?
I actually haven't.
I don't know if he can hold a shot. Interesting.
You better be able to hold a shot. Else time Booth will be calling him Pompadom Chin.
I don't really like this Amo Williams guy. He's got too much. Have you seen the face-off, Raf?
I just saw a clip of it, I think. Yeah.
It got a lot of P. Diddy energy going on.
Got a what?
P. Diddy energy going on.
You mean he was standing too close?
No, I told him it was going to get...
Oh, dear. Okay. Well, you don't have to say. Leave it at that. Yeah.
It was like... And he's a bit of a weird guy. He got like leather gloves on and like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, he was standing a bit close. I wouldn't want to be breathing in a man's ear like that. I don't even like when people stand too close to me in a queue. You know what I'm saying? I've got a new technique now.
My gym, people don't understand personal space in my gym. It gets my... I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. Every time I'm standing in the queue in the shop, I see some dude trying to stand too close to me. I got a new thing now where I leave my rucksack on. Hamza Sharaz coming back. I leave my rucksack on and then I swing it off. And so I'm sure it's hit a few fools in the face. And if it does, what can they say to me? I said, "Oh, why were you standing so close, mate?" That's what I do now. I'm sure I've lashed a few people because the string swings as well. So I'm sure I've lashed a few people in the face for standing too close to me. And I mean close. I'm not, it's just touching distance when there's the whole world. We've got a world of space and they're coming up close to I detest it.
Yeah, my gym, they'd like walk real close to you. I'm just like... I'm not a fan of it at all.
I'm not a fan. I don't. One of them. It's one of them. It's not for me at all. It's not for me at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's annoying. No question about it. It is annoying.
This is looking like it's quite an evenly matched fight to me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Hamza coming back. Hamza's got all that length to him, though. He's got all that length. All he has to do is work behind the length. Couple jab from Hamza.
He's got a really good jab as well as good power. I mean, Hamza, I like him.
Yeah.
But 6'3" middleweight, I don't really know how sustainable that is, really.
How tall was Tommy Hearns? Is he 6'1"?
Yeah, he might have been 6'2".
Okay.
But he ended up at cruiser, didn't he? It wasn't.
Yeah, in the end.
And Tommy's power carried all the way as well.
Yeah.
But Tommy was susceptible, Raf.
He was
Like,
very susceptible.
so that's my point about the skinny legs.
Yeah,
Like glass cannon.
legs ain't that skinny. Hamza Shiraz's legs ain't that skinny to me right now. They're not that skinny. I don't know. I don't know.
They're not wild. They're not wild or skinny.
No. They're not wild skinny. Sharaz is got his hands up now. He's got so much length. It's crazy. Whoa. Nice shot from Sharaz straight and a nice hook from Amo Williams. It's going to be 3-0 to. I predicted that Hamza would win this fight, and now I'm predicting that he's going to finish. He's going to finish Williams. I don't know if Williams is cute enough. I don't know if he's cute enough. Much like the last fight, Ray Ford. All he had to do to win that fight was take a step back, half a step back every time Nick Ball came in.
His corner was giving him the advice that when he was landing the jab, he was stopping Nick Ball punching, but he wanted to do an ego thing and stand in the pocket with him, which is not a good idea.
Very, very, very silly. Very silly.
Well, especially when you're a heavy puncher anyway.
Yeah.
Like, if you just gave yourself that bit of space to actually get leverage on his punches, he might have got Nick Ball out of there. He was landing on him. He was landing on him nice. He's a good boxer. Way forward.
I think
good boxer.
I like Nick Ball. But
very poor
and I hate seeing a better boxer not do simple things to win. The simplest thing he could have done is just step back every time Nick Ball came in. Even
just half a step, rough.
Half a step
and throw.
That's all he had to do. That's all he had to do. And I'm telling you, the guy would have won. Now, he's as the better boxer. I like to see the better boxer won, but the reason I'm cool with Nick Ball winning, other than I enjoy his fights, highly entertaining, is that he's got so much heart. He's got so much dog in him. And that's a part of the game. I don't care how much skill you got. You need that dog.
To be fair to Ray, he did leave it all in the ring. Ray had dog. He just didn't have any ring IQ.
He was silly.
Yeah, I agree with you, Raf.
He was
Completely
silly.
agree with you.
And I can't forgive that. Simple. If you're telling me all a guy had to do to win a fight was take a half step back every time his opponent came forward, that's all he had to do, and he didn't do that. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. So Nick Ball won. He's not the better boxer, but he deserved to win because the better boxer didn't do what he had to do. And Nick Ball came with that dog every single freaking round.
No, I was just saying there was no lack of dog in Ray either, but he was stupid. He should have been smart.
Well, there was a lack of output from Ray. There was a lack of output.
There was definitely a lack of output.
And I will say there was a lack of dog in the earlier rounds. He was letting the other man work. That's not dog, mate.
I'm just surprised listening to Rafi supporting the Leprechauns.
Yeah, well, it is surprising, but like I said, I'd rather the better boxer won, but the better boxer had lower output and less dog in him in the earlier rounds. He found the dog later on, but then you do something so stupid, so silly, as to not just take a simple half step back when your opponent's coming in. That's unforgivable, man.
I'm not defending Ray. I just think it was a good fight.
It was a great fight. Don't get it twisted. It was fantastic. But how much better would it have been if each fighter fought to the best of their capabilities? And Ray Ford did not do that.
I'm agreeing with you, Raf.
I hear you. I'm just venting.
Okay.
I'm just venting. But now we got Hamza Sharaz covering up too much. He's not being as offensive as I'd like to see him, but he's being sensible. So what can you say?
I'd like to see him employing the jab a bit better.
Absolutely.
He's not really controlling distance at all.
He's not exciting the people either. He's been a little bit too conservative. You're talking about Hamza Sharaz.
Maybe that punch is...
that punch is rattled him.
Yeah, it's got him thinking too much.
Yeah. He's overextending with the jab now, Sharaz. He's rattled, a little bit rattled. Just wants to be conservative and sensible. You can't knock the guy for that. It's, you know, it's always a learning curve. It's up to his corner now to assure him that he can do more.
Eddie's getting excited. He needs to win this one.
Eddie, yeah, he needs to win it. He absolutely needs to win it.
If Hamza Shiraz wins by knockout, Frank's won all the thing.
Yeah. Or Shiraz won the. Oh, Shiraz got 9 for that round. That was no more really rounds for me. 10. This is round 5. Okay. Let's see what this one has in store. This is a bit of a come down from the last 2 fights. Didn't see the first one, but I heard about it. That was them 2 cats whose name escapes me. But the second fight, Nick Ball versus Ray Ford, that was an absolute. That was a war. That was a war. But I hate to see the better boxer not employ simple strategies to win. Simple strategy: half step back when your opponent comes in after you've thrown your 1-2, which was very effective. 7th round busted Nick Ball's nose. Well, just do your 1-2, half step back because you know Nick Ball's coming. Nick Ball comes, you take your half step back, change the angle, bam, bam. It could have been a great fight, but it could have been even better.
When you're a powerful guy like that and you're the longer guy, why aren't you trying to time him on the way in?
Say that again.
Ray Ford has got good power, good skills, and length on. So why wasn't he trying to time him on the way in?
He probably was, but because he didn't give him the space. If he'd have took a half step back, you'd have had more time and space.
But that's the point. If you are if you're gonna time someone, you need to give yourself that space.
Yeah, give yourself the space so you can see what's coming. Well, he didn't do that. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. If you're a good boxer, you gotta have the intellect during the fight as well to do the right thing. I couldn't really hear his corner that much. I don't know if they were telling him to take a half step back at times. I don't know if they gave him that instruction. I don't know. But even if not, then he's intelligent enough to know to do that, surely. But you know, he admitted himself.
Well, he wasn't, was he?
Sorry?
He wasn't intelligent enough to do it in the fight.
There we go. There we go. You know, proof's in the pudding. We saw the pudding. Yeah, but though he was intelligent enough to know at the end of the fight to say I didn't do everything I could have done. So he acknowledged. I think he was intelligent enough to know that in retrospect that he didn't do that small adjustment. One small adjustment. Sharaz coming on strong here. The end of his jab, the long jab with a 1-2 there. But he really is. I think he's rattled from that shot that he took in the first or second round, whichever round it was. And he's being very cautious. Is Sharaz keeping it long. Although he won that fight, that round, sorry. Talking about Sharaz. J-Bus America in the building. How do you do? Ace. 1982 up in the building. How do you do? Hope all is well. Good shiznicks. Let me write that down. That was another Sharaz round. He lost the previous one. That was round 5. That's 10-9 Sharaz. I'm expecting him to win. What do I need to do? Oh, yeah. Something. Or just put this. Adjust this thing. Let's get this. And this is the 6th round. Let's get that done. Let's get that in. Okay, the golden.
Yeah, I agree with the corner of Sharaz. A bit more head movement side to side. Very offensive the way he just keeps that nice high guard, but it can be avoided.
Shiraz with a high guard, a nice jab, and another on the right. Double jab from double jab from Amo, but then he gets clipped straight in the face. I don't understand how Amo is fighting so long against a long fight. Surely he should get inside and rough up Shiraz.
Well, they've said that Amo's got a reach advantage.
Was it? That's interesting.
Yeah.
But surely, if you take a length of string and then you stretch it out straight, but then you angle it upwards, surely the string ain't as long anymore.
But what that could mean is he finds it hard to get leverage on his punches when he's in close.
Why not go to the body? Why not go to the body? Why not go to the body in close? And then the hooks are good. The hooks are good close.
Well, if you've got the reach advantage, go to the body at distance.
Well, but then the other guy can pick you off. Theoretically. But I see what
Not
you're saying.
if you've got the reach advantage.
Yeah. See, are you?
Because you don't lose it by punching upwards, then, do you?
I don't know. But then, do you twist into the punch? Does Hamza get an extra inch or two because he turns into a punch and the opponent doesn't? Surely that turning then takes away the reach advantage somewhat if the other opponent doesn't.
Well, it's considerable though. So, and I'm just saying it might be why he's fighting long.
Well, he ain't working though.
No,
he's getting picked off. He's getting picked off. He's going to get stopped. He's going to get stopped.
But also, he's a 6 foot middleweight with 78-inch reach, so he's probably used to fighting long.
Who are we talking about?
Amo Williams is 6 foot.
Is he?
Yeah, Shiraz is 6'3", isn't he?
Well, looks like about 5'10". Amo looks 5'10".
I know. Right. He's listed as 6 foot. It might not be accurate, but they've put his stats out at 6 foot and 78-inch reach.
I don't believe that, and I don't believe he's got a longer reach either. I really don't.
Well,
That's it.
Well, the thing with the reach is what you're saying. Because of the length, you can utilize lots of things to counteract that reach.
Right.
But my point is, if he really is 6 foot tall with a 78-inch reach, normally he's used to fighting long, isn't he? He might not be very good on the inside.
Yeah. He's getting picked off. Which I expected. It's no surprise to me. I expect Matchroom to win. It's no surprise to me at all. He's getting picked off.
He hasn't got any sort of defense at all for that job, has he?
Where is his defense?
He hasn't really got one.
Oh my God, this is crazy. This is the thing about boxing that astounds me. You can get to a high level with so many chinks in your armor. It's crazy. It's like he's got minimal head movement, but you can get to a high level with a major piece of the jigsaw. In boxing, you can get to the top of the game, almost the top of the game, with major pieces of the jigsaw puzzle missing. That blows my mind.
Well, I can understand not having too much head movement if you keep your head off the line and you have a parrying game, because that actually conserves energy.
Yeah, but he ain't got that either.
Just leave your head on the line and not parry.
Yeah,
that I cannot understand.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big proponent of taking your head off the center line. Well, that's what I'm talking. That's when I say head movement. That's really what I'm talking about. Was taking your head off the center line.
Because to have that sort of bobbing and weaving head movement,
it requires energy.
It's a lot of energy, isn't it? You can't do it for a long time.
Take your head off the center line. Just slip it, and parry. Play with the hands, and then work your way in and have an inside game too. Be complete. He should be throwing Hamza around. on the inside, like Nick Ball does. He needs to watch Nick Ball, learn how to fight like Nick Ball somewhat. Not exactly the same, but take some pages out of Nick Ball's leaf. Take a few leaves out of Nick Ball's book. He's always fighting taller fighters. So it makes it physical on the inside. Get a bit of wrestling in. Learn about the boxing. Learn about the history of the game. Learn about grappling your opponent.
Nick did a couple of hip tosses, didn't he? He likes the hip toss.
Yeah, I think he might have a judo background.
Maybe, or it might. I mean, hip toss used to be part of boxing, didn't it?
Well, there you go. But I'm pretty sure he's not 100 years old, so maybe he's got a bit of a judo. Or maybe he's just learned that in the boxing.
They might have just taught him because he's little, isn't it? Because he's got the right centre of gravity for it.
Yeah. Rounds of Sharaz just winning this fight at range, and Amo Williams hasn't got enough skills, a range of skills to disrupt him too much. It's more about punching, mate. Just took one, he's up to 3 jabs, and his head was staying in the same place at all 3. Hopeless. Hopeless. Just walked into a right. Hopeless.
He hasn't even got a guard. I don't really understand.
What level is this Amo? Where is he? Where's his ranking?
He's highly ranked. He's ranked about number 2 for 2 governing bodies.
Bloody hell. And so much lacking. This is ridiculous. It's crazy.
There is a bit of dearth of talent in the middleweight division at the moment.
Jeez.
Not really,
Jeez. Man's lacking so much. I mean, you get amateur boxers who have better skills than this, I'm telling you. That's why there's so many boxers I don't want. Well,
he's hardly got any experience as well, so I just think the ranking's probably flattering him. I'm not convinced at all.
I think he's definitely flattered by the rankings. What round was that? See, fights like this I don't want to see. I don't like to see professional boxers who don't have the skills of top amateurs.
Well, you've got to have something if you haven't got those skills. And it's not like he's got... I mean, all right, he's got a good dig on him, but it's not devastating power, and he hasn't got...
Yeah, but it's not all about the dig, though.
No, but I'm saying if you haven't got the skill, Raf.
Yeah, if you haven't got the skill, have a good dig. But even if you haven't got the skill, you've got to do a good dig. To me, that's still not good enough.
Well, he hasn't got a delivery system good enough to get the dig in anyway, has he?
But there you go. There you go. Because you've got a good dig. What good is a good dig if you haven't got the skill to set it up? More than every now and then. I mean, an actual skill set to take you inside, to put you where you need to be, to deliver it and not get hit back. You know?
He stands very square on as well.
Whew, terrible. If I could avoid seeing this guy fight again, I will. I'm just not into watching.
I'm not sure you're gonna have to watch him again.
I'm not into watching poorly skilled boxers. I'm not.
His right eye is getting closed as well.
This is horrible to me, man. Horrible. This isn't my thing, man. Not at all. Not at all. I'm not into this kind of thing. I want to see, as a pro, you should have graduated from the amateurs. Some of these cats didn't even fight amateur. I don't know what the hell's going on. That's why with martial arts, at least you have a grading. At least you have belts. Yeah, there's pros and cons, but at least you have belts. So if you graduate from a white belt to a yellow belt, we know you can do this. If you graduate from a yellow belt to a blue belt, we know you can do that. If you graduate from a blue belt to a purple belt, we know what levels you are. These cats, maybe they should bring in boxing. Maybe they should bring in belts. You can never become a pro if you can't parry. How about that? How about that? You know what I mean? Or you have belts on box record against your rankings. He's a blue belt professional.
I think the biggest problem is in America, the amateur game is dead.
Right.
They don't care about the Olympics. Golden gloves doesn't mean anything anymore. Golden gloves used to mean a lot.
Yeah.
And then the regional titles don't mean anything either. Because you didn't need to have all these gradings that you're talking about, because we used to, that's how it goes. I mean, here, British title fight is something still that people are interested in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a level, isn't it? That's a grading. You've got to British level.
Yeah.
Then you've got European level before you think about world level.
That's another grade.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you got regional level. That's one grade. You got British level, that's another grade. You got European level, that's another grade. And then you got world level. So I guess that's the grading.
But the Americans want to skip everything off and just be
I want to skip
superstars.
everything. Jesus Christ, they want to skip every damn thing. They don't want to do the basics. Jeez, the weeks. It's crazy, yo. Shit is crazy.
I'm not sure you're going to like the next couple of fights after this either.
I know. I just went live because I got pumped up. I got pumped up by Nick Ball.
Well, I think there's going to be stoppages in the next 2 fights, and I'm not actually sure who's going to get them.
Whew. Yeah, but I just thought, I got so pumped up by Ray Ford v. Ball. I just, thought and I was expecting more from Sharaz in this one. I expected him to take care of this guy.
Well, it's still time.
Yeah, but a bit earlier, you know what I mean? A bit earlier than this. What round is it? Round 8? That was another round for Sharaz, just boxing very conservatively behind the jab.
I think he's just going to go safety first and get a point.
Yeah, he got buzzed earlier on, and he rattled him, and now he's gone very conservative, which is sensible, but not exactly eye-catching. Not good for the eye.
What the people want, though.
Not what the people want. But anyway, I'm going to fill my cup. Back in a second.
Morgan's 20 seconds. Morgan's. I think Aaron Williams knows what he has to do, but it just seems like he's just
And we talked earlier on about Willie Hutchinson maybe having his coming out party tonight, and I know Frank Warren and many others felt that Anza Sharaz had already proved his worth, but on a much wider scale here tonight, it's a burst so strong.
Sorry, a burst of energy from Ammo. And a lovely barrage of shots again. Sharaz tucked it up well. Williams, maybe he heard my Carol Baskins comment because he is fired up here in round 9.
He's done that before, and then it's petered out, hasn't he?
You have to land the punches because TJ you can get in the position to get into the target because he can't be quick enough. Yes, that stage when he's landed a good shot, Sharaz in a bit of trouble, so you got to get close quicker.
This is a better work for sure from Emma Williams. So he's skipping to his right there after he's throwing the shot, working around the target. Emma's face though just
Oh, it's round 9. It's round 9. So I missed a couple of rounds, but I'm sure I missed no action. It's how many rounds is this? It's 9 of 12. Oh my God, it's a 12-round fight. Oh my God, that's horrible. It's horrible. Horrible. It's Sharaz versus those who just joined. It's Sharaz versus Williams. And pretty much one-way traffic. Pretty much one-way traffic.
It's actually swung the other way a bit in this round, right?
Is it? Sharaz?
Yeah, he's been getting him on the ropes a bit, and he's not very effective doing it. But he got caught.
That was a big right by Sharaz, so it's come back again. And Ammo is in avoidance, circled out, got his hands up. How much more can Ammo take? Lacking in skill, severely lacking in skill. Sharaz has a lot of skill. He knows how to keep somebody on the outside with those long limbs, 6'3" frame. Ammo Williams comes in for half a second, doesn't know what to do on the inside though, but he does actually land a couple of shots. So yeah, that's better than standing on the outside and getting peppered to death, as he's doing now. Yeah, right for the picking. Right for the picking. Last 3 rounds. That's the end of the 9th. So this thing slowly creeps forward.
He seems quite content, doesn't he, Hamza?
Sharaz.
Yeah, because he had him pretty buzzed then, and he was happy to just let him circle out. And
Well,
he didn't really want to put his foot on the pedal, did he, when he had him a little bit buzzed?
well, we're seeing something out of Sharaz, and what we're seeing is that what we're seeing is this Sharaz is just content to just play it safe, and you could say, well, why not?
Well, because he had him completely at 6s and 7s then, and he was happy to just let him walk away and regroup.
Well, he's felt the power.
Yeah, but
I'm always got terrible boxing skills, horrible boxing skills, as in minimal, but he's got power.
Well, when he landed that right on him there, Raf, he didn't have to get in close.
He's felt the power. Hamza's felt the power, and he don't want none. So he's being very conservative. And yeah, he's attacking, he's getting shots up, or he's being very conservative. And on the one hand, I can say, well, that's a smart boxer. He's just criticizing Ford for not boxing smart. Now,
but I'm not suggesting you go steaming in, throwing loose hooks.
Right.
The guy was leaning back, staggering around, and you're the longer fighter.
Yeah.
Some nice, sharp, accurate right hands down the pipe afterwards wouldn't have gone amiss, would they?
So what did he do? What did he do instead?
He just admired his work, let him walk off, and didn't do anything. He put no pressure on him whatsoever.
Yeah, but he kept himself out of danger, though. I agree with you. That's what I would like to see. But on the flip side of that, he kept himself out of danger. He's risk averse. Hamza is risk averse.
I'm not saying go windmill Wilder on him, though. You can be defensively responsible when a man's that buzzed.
Yeah. But he's not interested. Hamza's not interested in that. He's risk averse. That's what we've seen. He's risk averse.
Are you suggesting that he is displaying the characteristics opposite to a dog?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Well, I'm in total agreement, Raf.
Yeah, I am. Risk averse.
Meow.
He's risk averse, man.
Right there. You see that shot he just landed on him then?
I missed it.
That was a good shot. Why can't you circle out or follow it up with a hook or something?
And what's I mean, Hamza is so
this guy's all over his front feet. He's all over the shop.
He's terrible. I don't ever want to see Ammo Williams fight again, ever. He ain't got the skills.
I've seen better.
And his legs are skinnier than Hamza's.
Well, maybe.
I've seen it. I'm looking at them. I just noticed.
I just think they're both got skinny legs also.
Yeah. And I just seen him with a straight front leg with a knee. Where if you got a kick in a street fight and you got a knee stomp, he'd be crippled. Who the hell keeps their front leg straight? That's a big no-no. I knew that as a school kid. I knew that in single digits. You don't have his front leg straight. Knee, so your knee can get hyperextended, and he gets dropped. And thank God for that. The referee counts it off immediately. Count to 10. Just count to 10. No, just count to 10. Keep on counting. Oh no, the bell says it. Oh Lord.
Rafi's not a happy man, is he?
I'm not happy, man. I don't like to see. I feel insulted that they're gonna bring me fighters who just don't have basic skills. Don't have the basic skills. It's outrageous. It's absolutely bloody outrageous. It's like you go to a wrestling tournament, and what you see are top wrestlers. They have skills across the board. But yeah, you watch boxing. I'm not talking about WWF. I'm talking about grappling. And you watch boxing, and you see people at high levels who don't have basic skills. It blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. What round was that?
I think it was 9, Raf.
It was 10. It's 9-11 now.
Okay. I've got. Unfortunately, I think it's going to go all the way.
Of course, it's going to go all the way. I see holes in Sharaz's game.
Yeah, there's a lot of holes.
Yeah. Hamel's going wild on him now. Going to the body. Where it's like, what, the first 45 seconds.
He can't. Did you see that? That punch he landed on him then.
Thank God for that. Thank God for that. They've called it off. They've called it off.
I've never seen such a total lack of defense in my entire life.
Jesus Christ. That's horrible. So they've already won it. Queensberry have already run it, which I expected them to do, but bloody hell.
Yeah, but that was a 4 points gap because if the captain wins by a knockout, it's 4 points.
Jesus Christ. But I gotta say, well done to Hamza. He's knocked his opponent out. Well, the referee waved it off, technical KO. Fair enough. But Hamza is so risk averse that he's wearing high vis. He's wearing high vis shorts. The guy's wearing high vis shorts. I'm surprised he comes with a bloody hard hat. That's ridiculous, man. It's crazy, yo.
What is it? The ROSPA?
Is it that?
No, RSOPA. A Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents.
Oh my God, they should sponsor him. They should sponsor him in these high vis shorts. Oh Lord. High vis boots. He's got the high vis boots as well. Surprised, yeah. I wonder if he's got the high vis gum shield. Wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know what Eddie was thinking, allowing this.
I don't know what he's thinking. What the hell was he thinking? That's why I didn't take it seriously, because I looked at them and no. He put Amor Wills in there. That's a filler. That's like a filler. That's like you buy a prawn sandwich. Right. Like you buy a prawn sandwich and it's all kind of prawn mush and there's one actual prawn in there. It's filler.
They call it a prawn sandwich, but actually it's a cut up fish stick.
Yeah.
They've ground up a fish stick and stuck it in there.
Yeah. It's fish mush. Bloody hell, what was Amor doing? That's why I didn't take it seriously, you know. It was clear. It was just, that was horrible. I never want to see Amor Williams fight again, ever. Even Eddie Hearn was bored. He was like, the crowd was bored.
Even more so, I never want to see him in a face-off again.
Never want to see what?
Amor Williams in a face-off.
Fake-off?
Face-off.
Oh. Yeah.
I had the misfortune of seeing that face-off before he came live. And he sat there holding his hands with his leather gloves on and his sunglasses indoors, telling him how he's going to, how he loves him and how it's going to get all steamy in the ring.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow. Yeah, I'm not down with that. Captain.
Seriously, P. Diddy all over.
Captain, 5v5. Whitewash. Yeah, that's why I never really took it seriously as a team thing. I thought they were messing about.
Well, the next two fights might not actually go their way. I'm not really too sure.
What's the next two fights?
Hrgovic is the Matchroom fighter, isn't he?
Yeah. No, he isn't.
So
he's
Dubois. Hrgovic, Dubois. Dubois has got to be the Queensberry fighter, surely, Raf.
Dubois Queensberry, so Hrgovic, yeah, fair enough.
I mean,
what's the other fight?
Zhang versus Wilder. I'm on the fence with that. I know everybody thinks that Zhang's going to bang out Wilder. And he might, and he may well do. But Zhang's gas tank is so horrific.
Yeah.
That if Wilder can run away for a few rounds and he lands his right hand, what's going to happen? Who's the biggest puncher Zhang's been in with? Because I know he's been dropped in the amateurs with gloves and head guards on.
I think he was dropped by Jerry Forrest, wasn't he?
Quite possibly.
Yeah, I remember watching it. I can't remember. I remember.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm almost sure he did because Zhang was almost staggering around the ring. He was almost staggering around the ring at the end. So I'm pretty sure he got dropped versus Jerry Forrest.
So I can't really.
It was the biggest. It would have been Joyce, wouldn't it? It would have been Joyce. And
Is Joyce a big puncher? I don't think Joyce is a proven puncher at all.
Is Joyce a big puncher? Well, he stopped Parker.
Yeah, but that was accumulation, wasn't it?
It was accumulation, but he still stopped him.
Well, he hasn't got that many other good stoppages.
He stopped
I don't know.
He stopped Dubois.
I'm of the opinion that he doesn't hit that hard. That's my opinion.
Well, he stopped Dubois and he stopped Parker.
Okay, put it to you this way: who do you think hits harder, Joyce or Wilder?
One punch.
Yeah, one punch.
One punch. I'd lean towards Wilder, but I still don't know how hard that one punch is.
No, I don't know how hard that one punch is either.
So I still couldn't.
But I've seen too many people go the distance after getting hit a lot by Joyce to be convinced that his power is that amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big guy. I'm sure it hurts when he hits you. You know, I'm not saying he's feather-fisted, but and Zhang as well. Like Joyce got dropped in the amateurs, and he got dropped in the Super Series or whatever it was called. So all this narrative about Joyce having this amazing chin, he hadn't really been in with any big punches himself. So I think it's. I don't really rate Zhang or Wilder that highly, which is why I think it's quite a good fight.
You said those are the next two fights. You're forgetting Bivol though. Bivol's next, I think.
Is Bivol last or is he next?
No, he's going to be next.
Okay. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that because he's not fighting Beterbiev, is he?
Yeah, he's not fighting Beterbiev.
Yeah. This could. Bivol's got snooze fest written all over it.
Yeah. I know.
Might be time for an intermission.
Yeah. I don't know how these boxing cats do it. I just look at the best. I just look at the top fight, and then if it's a good fight before the main event, then
some people like watching a highly skilled person make somebody else look silly, which Bivol's good at doing, you know. But unless he's doing it to someone like Canelo, I'm just not interested.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was about to say. I watched that against the highest level. Yeah, cool. But anything other than the highest level, then no. No, I want to see him against the highest level. And the problem with Bivol is that when he's fighting people who aren't the highest level, he sometimes doesn't put them away.
He rarely puts them away, Raf. I don't know about sometimes. He rarely
puts them away. And really, as a top fighter.
What is that dent in Frank's head?
Because I was thinking that earlier, because he wasn't shot in the head, was he? People say it was a bullet wound.
If you got shot there, I don't know that you'd survive that.
I was looking at it earlier and I thought, people often say it's the bullet wound, but I thought, hold on, if you get shot there, surely he's gonna catch your brain somehow. Surely. But so he wasn't shot there. I don't know. It looks like a, what do you call it, a pinhead hammer? What is it? One of them, you know, the rounded end?
Yeah, claw hammer.
No, the hammer with the rounded end.
Claw hammer's got a rounded end.
That's not a claw hammer. Claw hammer's the one with the claw. I'm not talking about a claw. I'm talking about
on the opposite side.
Yeah. I'm talking about a proper hammer on the one side and the rounded end on the other one, the semicircle. No claw. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the flat one with the
flat one on one side, rounded on the other.
Okay.
Jabos America, 6'3" men should be at cruiserweight. Well, you fight at whatever weight you can get in at healthily.
Well, it doesn't really work like that, does it?
No, You fight where you can, the lightest weight you can, healthily.
I don't know that you should. I don't know if I'm a proponent of the lightest weight you can.
Well, the lightest weight you can healthily weight. Normally. That's normally how it works, isn't it?
In the olden days, no. Now, yes.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you? Unless you're a heavyweight and you could make light heavyweight, be the heavyweight's the premium division, so you stay at heavyweight. Other than that,
well, as an example, Sugar Ray Robinson could have stayed his whole career at welterweight. He only moved up because there was no competition for him there.
Well,
and he probably made more money fighting at middleweight. But he usually came in the ring at like 153 pounds. I don't think he even bothered to do anything to make weight.
Well, no, in the olden days, there was less of this weight cutting business. But nowadays, sports science and what have you, you want to be at your optimal weight.
I'm not sure I agree with it all, though, Raf.
Why not? What's your argument against?
We're all very different. So here's a good example. Bud Crawford. He's a freakishly strong guy for someone who's very light.
Yes.
So he could potentially fight just as well at the higher weights without really bulking up. Whereas if he bulked up to fight at the higher weights, he might lose something.
Well, bulking up is directly opposite to what I'm saying, which is that you fight.
No, I know, but a lot of them, when they move weight, they bulk up to the weight as well. And I just think being your actual weight, a lack of weight manipulation is what I'm talking about. Don't try and manipulate your weight too much. So don't really cut weight either, though. Fight at your weight. Just fight at your weight. That's what I believe.
Fight at your weight, but the other guy can cut weight healthily, and so he has an unfair advantage.
But does he though? That's my question, because I'm sure when they got in the ring, Errol Spence outweighed Bud Crawford by quite a lot. But he wasn't the bigger, stronger. Well, he might have been the bigger man, but he wasn't the stronger man. He didn't punch harder, and he didn't have the better punch resistance.
Well, then, so what you're looking at is you're fighting at your ideal weight.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm saying. Rather than manipulating your weight too much, just fight your natural weight.
Well, I'm not saying fight your natural weight, fight at your ideal fighting weight. That's what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know how well proven all that science is. Just because you can bring somebody in, and make them cut weight and it all look good, how much have they lost going through that process?
Well, I'm talking about fighting at the weight that's ideal for you. So what we're talking about is if you can cut a few pounds, and if you're fighting to make a weight, and that weight is healthy, you feel good and strong at that weight, and training has naturally taken you down to that weight.
I suppose I also don't really think you should be putting weight on a lot after fights either. I think you should just be maintaining all the time. So,
well, if you're training right, you're probably going to cut weight. You're probably going to be losing weight. And once you've trained well,
but if you're telling me that, right?
Hold on a second. Once you've trained during your training camp, you're probably going to lose weight. And once you've lost that weight, then that may very well be your ideal fighting weight, because that's the way that you've come to by eating sensibly and training hard and intelligently.
But I feel like you just kind of proved my point, because you should be eating intelligently and eating right 24/7, 365, not for 12 weeks in a fucking camp. And you should be maintaining your levels of fitness and other aspects of your game when you're not in camp. You shouldn't be shedding a lot of weight.
Even footballers, they have an off season. Everybody has an off season. Everybody has an off season where you're training less and maybe your diet might not be absolutely pinpointed. Everybody has an off season. So I think it's only logical that fights are going to have off seasons. Now, does that mean that you should be binging? No, you shouldn't be binging. Does that mean that you should not train at all? No, you should not abandon training. You should be doing some kind of exercise. Although I think there is benefit in not doing the same repetitive stuff. I think there is benefit.
I don't think you
I
should.
think there is mental benefit in maintaining health, doing other exercises than the one that you do all the time for your sport. So complementary exercises. So instead of running X amount of days, maybe do some aqua aerobics in the off season. Do some aqua work, aqua aerobics in the pool. Take the weight off your joints. Hopefully regenerate them. Help the cartilage regenerate with also via diet, also in different training methods. So stay healthy in other ways. Freshen the brain, allow the brain to almost get fresh and to miss what you normally do. Find alternative exercises. Now you need a coach like Rafi in your life to find different ways of staying healthy. And then by the time you get back to still do some boxing work, but to a lesser extent. And then by the time you get back to a full training camp, you're refreshed and you're reinvigorated and rejuvenated. That's what I'm saying about the off season. And so, yeah, burn a few pounds in the off season, not a problem, so long as you're maintaining a basal level of fitness. And during training camp, that weight's going to come off. It's not going to be excessive, not going to be masses of pounds, but those extra pounds are going to come off, and then your fighting weight. I don't believe in this 24/7, always on it, always eating perfect. No, I think some people need to change up their diet. It doesn't have to be a crap diet, but change it up a little bit, change up the training a little bit, refresh, rejuvenate, and go again.
Well, I don't really agree with that, but anyway.
I know.
I'll give you.
But that's the reality, though. That's the reality.
Well, here's the reality, Ralph.
Yeah.
Top level gymnasts. If they have more than a week off training, that's too long. They start to lose too much, and they train 40 hours a week, Ralph.
Yeah.
So top level gymnast trains 40 hours a week. So you've got skills, strength, and conditioning training. It takes up 40 hours a week. And they start to lose their skills if they take more than a week off at a time.
Well,
That's just how it is. That's just how it is.
Well, football players, soccer, outside the UK, they
big
train. Sorry?
They don't train anywhere near that amount.
No, they don't train anywhere near it now.
They don't.
I had a soccer player who plays for the local team who lived near me. And it was a neighbor, actually. And I watched him come and go sometimes. I watched him leave sometimes for work at the football club. And sometimes I'd be around when he came back. And I reckon they trained like about 3 hours a day.
That sounds about right. They train for a few hours in the morning. And some of them do extra.
Maybe. But
Beckham's a good example.
Yeah, so but generally they train three hours a day. Something like that. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So that's 15. And then you have match day on a Saturday. So it's 15 hours of training, around 3 hours on match day. So that's 15, that's 18 hours a week, including the match day. Sundays off. So that's half the amount of time as a gymnast. 15 hours a day plus the match, that's 18 hours. And then they have an off season where they're not compelled to train, but obviously the intelligent ones keep a basic level of fitness. Much lesser intensity training, probably go for a jog one day, probably go swimming the next, and then they I think mentally It does one good. And gymnastics isn't a contact sport either.
Well, I'm not suggesting that people spar.
Boxing's a contact sport.
I'm not suggesting
boxing's a contact sport, and football is a contact sport.
Just about. It used to be a contact sport. It nearly isn't.
Very much a contact sport.
But I'm not suggesting they spar when in the off season. No, nobody's suggesting that. I'm not even sure they should be hitting the bag because, my friend's dad. I think I mentioned it before. He was like European middleweight champion.
Yeah.
And his fingers were all pointing the wrong way.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, and so I think you should do things to protect your body in the off season for that.
Yeah.
But shadowboxing, as an example, has the benefit of both aerobic exercise and skill-based training at the same time.
Shadowboxing, skipping, low impact activities such as aqua aerobics. Those are some of the things I would recommend for an off-season boxer. Eating sensibly, I still recommend. You can get a bit naughty every now and then, but yeah, still eat sensibly, and still maintain a body weight which is close to your performance body weight, but not to bang on. You're suggesting that they stay bang on their weight, bang on weight. I say no. I say the body.
No, I'm not.
I say the body and the mind appreciates slacking off a bit in the off season.
Well, I'm not actually saying you need to stay bang on your body weight because everybody fluctuates anyway. You fluctuate throughout the day. But what I am saying is doing what Devin Haney does and rehydrating 20 pounds or whatever it is, I don't think it's a very good idea.
Well, that's extreme, and I don't support that.
That's really what I was getting at.
Well, that's extreme, and I don't think most people support the extreme. I'm talking about the middle of the road.
Well,
I'm talking about sensible adjustments. I'm talking about staying within sensible ranges. I'm talking about maintaining a healthy diet, yes, but not necessarily the diet you have in fight camp, which is probably going to be a little bit more stringent and a little bit more restrictive, perhaps. Not so much restrictive, but very much only. You're only looking at fuel. You're not talking about any extras. Although, I mean, if your training camp's intense, then you might actually have to eat more. You know, it's got to be balanced. You have to be weighed. Make sure you're not losing too much weight in a training camp. That's happened before.
Well, definitely you don't want to be doing that.
Absolutely.
That's kind of what I'm trying to say is, like, I just don't think that fluctuations in weight do your sporting ability any good. Like some fluctuations.
Well, there's going to be fluctuations.
Some fluctuations natural, but what some
you're talking about massive. You're talking about big fluctuations.
Yeah. But like Devin Haney, I've never seen him looking fat. He's just fighting at a weight that's so far below where he should be. It's just not good.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's that, but that's not his optimal fighting weight then.
Well, we don't really know what his optimal fighting weight is. That's the problem.
Well, if he's fluctuating weight so greatly, then, you know.
Well, that's my opinion. I agree with you, but where would he be? You know?
I don't know. That would be up to
that's what I'm saying. We don't actually know.
That would be up to his trainers, his managers, his medical staff.
But this mindset that getting to the lightest weight you can is what creates these situations. That's kind of what I'm saying.
Did I say get to the lightest weight you can?
You're playing with semantics, Raf.
Sorry?
You're playing with semantics, Raf.
No. I think no, you're playing with semantics because I said get to your lightest healthy weight. Not an unhealthy weight. Healthy weight, a way at which you're healthy, you're light and healthy and optimal. Your lightest, your optimal weight. Get to your optimal weight is what I think I'm saying. Your lightest optimal weight. your lightest optimal weight. That doesn't mean unhealthy weight. That means a weight to which you can do what you do to the highest level. But you're not going to be doing that walking around with a spare tire. Highly unlikely.
Well, definitely. Well, that's a no. I mean, that's just a recipe for getting knocked out easy, in my opinion. Whenever we see fighters who blow up in weight and then they come down in weight, they get knocked out. Ricky Hatton is a classic example of this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You could argue that's why Fury got banjoed around the ring by Usyk.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's definitely likely. Those excessive weight fluctuations. Blowing up in weight.
Even when you look aesthetically good throughout the entire time, I still think weight fluctuations are bad.
Weight fluctuations are bad. I think weight fluctuations,
weight
fluctuations, as we previously said, are not a natural thing. I think there is something such as healthy ranges.
Seven pounds is a normal fluctuation for a lot of people throughout the day. Right. We're not really discussing that. We're talking about people dropping multiple stones in weight, which is not the same thing, right?
Yeah,
in a rapid amount of time as well.
I'm talking
and then
about
piling it back on afterwards.
I'm talking about pounds rather than stones.
Well, look,
I'm dealing in pounds.
That's a normal. I mean, you can lose 7 pounds in a day and put it back on again. I mean, that can be water weight. That can be all sorts of things. But if we're, that's to me that's not really what I'm talking about anyway.
Well, there's seasons. There's on season, off season. I think ultimately, in a nutshell, in the off season, you should still be working. But I think for me, if you're a contact sports guy, you change it up, give the body a chance to heal.
Yeah, I agree with that from a training perspective. But what about Bernard Hopkins?
Different exercises, which is still complementary, but just different. Freshen up the mind, allow the body to regenerate, heal, and still a good diet, still a regenerative, what I call a regenerative diet, a high nutrition diet, a nutrition dense diet, which you should have anyway. But you can allow yourself, I don't know, you can allow yourself a little pizza every now and then. You know what I mean? Is what I'm saying.
Well, you took it to the wrong person about that anyway.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
But that's because I never have cheat meals, Raf. I just don't ever do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are people who eat the same stuff every day.
Eat the same stuff.
Day in, day out.
I don't eat the same stuff. You can have variety of healthy food.
Yeah.
But I just don't eat. I do not put any junk in my body.
Yeah.
And the reason I don't do it is because it disagrees with me. I don't like it.
Well, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. But there's other people who enjoy eating different stuff, who enjoy variety, and it makes.
I have a lot of variety though.
Mentally, it's good for them. You know,
I have plenty of.
So long as you stay in a healthy weight range.
I have lots of variety.
Right.
But I don't eat crap.
Yeah, well, that's good. And there's some people like that who don't eat crap. But there's other people who like a little bit of crap in their diet.
Yeah, I know.
And if we go back to ancient times, the gladiators weren't slim and trim. They were built more like rugby players because they needed a layer of fat around their systems, around their vital organs, around their abdomen to deal with the knife slashes. The slices and the slashes, so it didn't get to the muscle. So gladiators, as we know them, were typically rugby player type build.
Were they really though, Raf? Because like I've
Well,
got a question.
I've seen a documentary.
Yeah, I'm not.
I've seen a documentary that broke it down, and I'm comfortable with the breakdown. And that was what they looked at their diet, and it was a diet which was healthy and nutritious, but was likely to give you a layer of fat over your system to deal with the knife slashes without the knife slashes getting straight to the muscle.
I'm not saying that's wrong, but what I am saying is we don't know enough about. We just don't have enough evidence to support.
We don't have enough evidence to say that that's 100% true, but we do have enough evidence to say that could very likely be the case.
I'm not going to say so with anything like this. I'm just going to question everything and sit on the fence because we just don't know enough about it. It could well be true.
About it, but we do know enough to come to some.
I wouldn't rule it out. And being super ripped isn't always the best. I mean, Bivol's not really that ripped.
Well, that's the point that I'm alluding to.
But I'm not suggesting that people should be super ripped. Because you definitely shouldn't be bodybuilder ripped on stage because that's bad for you.
Certainly not. Absolutely. Or absolutely not. And it's Bivol versus Zinad. It's the first round. Bivol versus Zinad, as we know, Beterbiev dropped out. I'm going to sit on the sofa.
And that's got quite a lot of length on him, hasn't he?
Who's that?
This other kid. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't really know him.
Zinad, I don't know him.
Yeah, I don't really know him, but he's got a lot of length on Bivol.
Yeah, Zinad, I don't know him. I don't know that cat. I don't know that dude.
He's doing quite a lot with the jab so far.
Yeah. Oh.
Whether he can sustain it or not, I don't know. But...
We gon' see. Did a nice job, but does Zinad? Yeah. Sticking out the jab. Comes over with the right, does the Zinad. Jab, nice right. Looks like he's up for this. Touch Bivol with a nice right on the chin. Bivol hasn't really landed anything of note. But he eats another jab from Zinad. 1, 2, 3 from Zinad. Bivol eats them all. The third was blocked. Zinad, where does he come from? One of the Arab lands, I think. Bivol touches him on the chin there, turns his head. And with the jab, returned by Zinad. Another jab from Zinad. 48 seconds remaining in Zinad. Whoa, nice 1, 2. Oh, and Bivol drops Zinad. Zinad gets back to his feet immediately. Didn't take the 8 count.
Well, I might be eating my words there.
Hey, I hope we both get to eat our words. I doubt
I know you do.
I doubt it.
I don't know. He dropped him in the first round, Raf. Maybe he will. Maybe he's going to.
Well, I hope he does.
Not play with his food.
Not going to build my hopes up. I just think that Bivol knew that he needed to show, hey, I'm the champion, not you.
Well, he was getting pieced up a bit with that jab, wasn't he?
He was. Pulled it back with that 10-8 round, though, with the dropping him. Well, I'm glad Zinad's come to fight because it means that Bivol needs to turn up the level early. So that's good. That's very good. Bivol was getting touched up, beaten there. Beaten by the jab, getting some 1-2s put on him. And so he had to turn it up. So this is good. I hope Zinad doesn't go in his shell. Keeps it up. A little blood around the nostril there, maybe. The left nostril. Must have really tweaked his nose, so it could be just a shadow. Boom. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
That doesn't bode well if he gets inside that range, does it?
No. 2, 3. Oh, it was a nice left that finished it.
Quite straight left as well, wasn't it?
1, 2, 3. Well, there's a hook on it, kind of. The hand was definitely bent, so it's kind of hooking.
Yeah. But it was an interesting punch.
Yeah. It was. This is good. I like this. I like this fast energy. Zinad. Go on, Zinad. I'm rooting for Zinad now because that will bring out the best. I'll bring out the best in Bivol. Now I'm rooting for Zinad.
You want Zinad to force Bivol to knock him out, don't you?
Yeah. Exactly. I want Zinad to put it all on him. Keep your hands down.
You're going to just try again. You don't want to rough in your corners, Zinad. They'll tell you to empty the tank.
Keep your hands down. Keep your chin up. And throw lots of punches. Oh, shizzle, my nizzle.
He can't hurt you.
He won't hurt you. He won't. It's a killer puncher. It's a killer puncher.
It's a flash knockdown. It wasn't even real.
Yeah, he won't hurt you. Pillow puncher. So Zinad still there, still in the center of the ring. Still got his lead hand down. Backhand high.
I don't mind that if you're the longer fighter because
I don't mind it at all. It can work. It can work if you got the skills for it. If you have the skills for it. The problem is a lot of people who don't have the skills to do it. You
mean like the Philly show?
The Philly show. A lot of people who shouldn't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Zinad is just doing nicely with the jab there. Not much foot movement. He's pretty much planted his feet. The nose is definitely bloody. Bivol throws an interesting jab. He doesn't necessarily keep his hand flush, his backhand flush to his head when he's throwing his jab. He almost uses it he almost uses his forearm to parry and the back of the glove to parry. So he parries in unusual ways. It's good though. It's unconventional parrying with the backhand of Bivol. He just blocks the shot from the inside of the glove, from the outside of the glove, inside of the forearm, outside of the forearm. It's a very active backhand, even when he's not throwing it. Very active backhand when he's not throwing. Even when he's not throwing. It's very interesting. And you see there, even Bivol, when Zinad throws a jab, he jumps back. A thing that Ray Ford didn't do. And Bivol's a higher level boxer, and he's not too good to jump back. I think some science fighters got caught up in a certain psychological mindset. So I'm not going to take a step back. I'm not going to jump back when you approach. It's almost a ridiculous machismo. I'm not going to jump back. I ain't no pussy. You know what I'm saying? Very foolish, overly machismo. It's counterproductive.
It's ridiculous because sometimes that step back gives you the space to land a heavy punch.
Well, exactly. That's the point.
What's more machismo? Walking forward and getting hit in the face or taking a half step back?
Well, obviously, some people think it's more machismo walking forward and getting punched in your face.
Yeah, but actually, if you stop your opponent by taking that half step back, then
If you stop the opponent, that's more machismo because you get more money, you get a faster car, you get a bigger house, and you get better chicks.
Yeah, it's like you can't really lose, can you?
You can't lose. It's more machismo taking that little half step back. There you go. Boom. Case proven. It's round 3. I'm not scoring this. I'm just sitting down, relaxing on the sofa.
I'm not scoring any more of the fights. So There's like I don't see the point in scoring the Dubois Hrgovic fight. If that goes to points, Hrgovic is going to win.
I'm going to score that fight, and I'm going to score the Wilder fight, even though I expect him to finish. I just ain't scoring this one. I did score the last one. I scored this one. I'm taking the scoring off. I'm just relaxing.
Well, I mean, this is a mismatch.
Well, you're saying that now. What happens if it's still going in round 12, and Bivol's been dropped 2 times?
I'll be screaming. I won't be saying it's a mismatch. I'll be enjoying myself. But you're the one who put that idea out there. What percentage of likelihood do you think that has taken place?
What likelihood of what?
It going 12 rounds.
I think it's highly unlikely, but I don't rule it out.
Okay.
Highly unlikely.
Okay.
Well, I don't rule it out. Look at this. Zinad touching him up.
He's using his length well.
Well. At least he's got boxing skill. There we go. Very nice. 1-2 from Zinad. And he moves his head as well. Not sometimes not in time, but he does move it.
That's better than Nemo Williams just not moving it at all.
Jeez.
He's just a sitting duck.
Jesus Christ. Okay, maybe Zinad doesn't move his head much now. I'm thinking about it, but he does. Oftentimes too late, but he does.
He does move it. He also
does move it. For goodness sake, he's not always on the center line.
I mean, I still think it's a mismatch.
Well, yeah. It's considered a mismatch, but Zinad's doing very well so far. I'm enjoying this to an extent. Well, I am enjoying it because we never expected him to. We expected a boring fight, and so far it's not a boring fight.
No.
It might turn into a boring fight, but
I think the length is forcing Bivol to do stuff.
Yeah.
And he's using his length reasonably well.
Yes. Zinad's got a nose like a camel. No disrespect. You know them camel nostrils, how they come out. No disrespect to Zinad, I just noticed it.
Who you got out of Dubois and Hrgovic, Raf?
Hrgovic. He's the more experienced fighter, boxer. He's got some Olympic pedigree, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's got bronze.
And he can punch heavily. But he's not the most dynamic of boxers. He was getting beat by Zhang Bang. Maybe you asked me earlier who's the heaviest puncher that Zhang Bang's winning. Well, maybe it's Hrgovic.
Well, it's a very much a maybe because I haven't really seen Hrgovic knock anybody of significance out. He hasn't even fought anybody. And that Dempsey McLean was having his way with him until he rabbit punched him to death.
Bloody hell. He was. Dempsey McLean was having his way with him. Bloody hell. That was a shocker. Wasn't that finishing the last round?
Yeah, and it was a rabbit punch as well. It was multiple rabbit punches throughout the fight.
Oh.
I have a strong dislike of Filip Hrgovic.
I don't strongly dislike him. I think to my mic. But he's not the dynamic fighter that
he's a cheat.
Kind of expect him to be.
He's a cheat. Either he's interpreter or he is very arrogant. And he's studiously avoided challenges since he's had that IBF Mando.
Well,
who was that guy that he fought? That Australian guy that he fought on the last... that was outrageous.
Wasn't that Dempsey McLean?
No, he fought a lower-rated Australian in his last fight. Who was it?
Yeah, I think Joseph Parker fought the same guy, geezer, didn't he? Can't remember his name.
He's ranked in the top 100.
Yeah, very lowly ranked.
he should have lost his IBF Mando just for taking that fight.
Yeah, should have done.
That was disgusting.
It was disgraceful.
And like you go through his actual record,
Yeah.
I'm very hesitant to say he actually does punch heavy because he's gone the distance with some people that are not very good.
Mm.
I mean, it's not the only indicator, but he's very like lazy, lethargic.
He's very lazy, lethargic. He's non-dynamic.
I've heard all this talk about what an amazing boxer he is, but I haven't really seen it in the ring.
Well, he does have boxing skills. That's no doubt.
He has skills, but they're not amazing. But they're not amazing. But they're just decent fundamentals. There's nothing amazing about what he does.
No, he's not. He's not amazing, and he's not dynamic. But he's creating the image of a baddie, and so when he does get knocked out eventually, people are going to follow him to see him get knocked out.
Well, I don't really rate Dubois, but I would enjoy it if he knocked out Hrgovic.
Well, when you create the arrogant image, that sells. That can sell.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't think Dubois is going to beat him, but he's gonna have more people wanting to beat him. Oh, little headbutts going on there at the end of the round. Zinad showboating.
Oh, dear.
Bivol. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. This is good entertainment. We needed this after Sharaz. We needed this after
Even
Sharaz.
though Sharaz got the stoppage.
Sharaz got the stoppage. Sharaz got the stoppage, but Sharaz got the stoppage, but he was highly
fury on my screen.
Sharaz got the stoppage, but he was highly non-entertaining. Listen, if Triple D wins, I'd be very happy.
You don't know you would, Raf. My question is, who have you given your pay-per-view money to?
I gave it to DAZN.
I'm not giving DAZN my pay-per-view money anymore, unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah.
No, the reason is
Sky, but it was just more convenient to DAZN.
No, I've got TNT. The reason is not only did they take an extra 25 quid or whatever it was after I bought the last pay-per-view. When I cancelled it, they took another 9 quid.
For what?
I don't know, maybe because I hadn't cancelled it on the exact date of the month.
Oh.
And then last month, I know it's only 69p, but they took another 69p.
What was the 69p for?
I tried to get some sense out of them about it. And when you come to cancel, you can only ring up and speak to somebody. When you want to use customer service, you can only use the bot.
Oh.
So I just think that they've got very unpleasant business practices.
Yeah.
And it's like the most expensive streaming service out there now.
I've been meaning to cancel for a while. I keep on forgetting. I want to cancel towards the end of the month because I think they take out the money like on the 2nd of the month for me.
Oh, don't worry. If there's any shortfall, they'll take the extra off you anyway.
Yeah. They'll take the extra off me if I go over the 2nd.
Like, if I cancel Netflix,
I
just cancel it.
Yeah.
If I cancel YouTube, I just cancel it. Cancel Disney, just cancel it. Then there's supplementary payments.
I'm trying to
time a whole
cancellation.
rigmarole to go through to actually do the cancellation.
I'm trying to cancel it. I'm trying to cancel it a few days before the week leading to the payment due date. So that's the last week of the month. I tend to forget. I've been forgetting for many months now.
How much are you paying a month at the moment, bro?
Probably 20 quid. I don't know.
Yeah, well, the monthly payments like something like £21 or something.
Yeah, I'm paying that.
It's just like madness.
And I don't really watch it.
No.
When I do watch it, it's normally for a pay-per-view like now.
Exactly.
I'm paying for nothing.
Yeah.
Money for nothing.
They've got such an aggressive model now of how they treat their customers.
I need to cancel.
While this is going on, I'm giving my money to TNT. It's very easy to just do the one-off payment.
Yeah.
I've got to put up with their commentators, which I'm not really a fan of, but
Yeah,
I
TNT.
can turn the volume off, so that's fine.
Oftentimes I just send Jeeves up on the roof, but I haven't paid him this month, so he's refraining from giving
He's
me the
rescinded your privileges.
yeah. He's rescinded his services, and so I'm gonna have to pay him up front for about 6 months or so to regain his rooftop services. So yeah,
Zinad's making a fight of this.
Zinad's making this really entertaining. I'm okay. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with this.
Who
I'm
you
very
got
cool.
winning then?
I haven't. Well, that's the problem. I haven't scored it.
I
And
actually
if it
don't
goes
care.
to 12th round, I
I
wouldn't be
don't think they're going to
surprised if
give it to
Zinad
Zinad.
wins. If
I
he
don't
gets to
think
the 12th, if he gets to the 12th round, I wouldn't be surprised if Zinad wins because he seems to be edging a lot of these rounds.
I'm just not sure they'd give it him.
They might not give it him, but the point is that because I didn't score it, I don't know who's winning or not.
No,
So that means I should
I'm
always score.
the same boat as you.
Yeah, that means I should always. That's why I always generally score a fight. If I start watching it, what's the point in me watching it without scoring it? When it comes to the end, I go, I don't know who win. I don't know who won. So that was a unwise usage of my time because I'm already watching it, so I might as well score it. So not scoring is often turns out to be a false economy.
The thing is, you can score it and then the result comes and you don't agree with it.
But at least you scored it.
Yeah, but then you just kind of get into a bitter argument with something you can't change.
What did you say?
Well, you get into all of that uproar that somebody got robbed.
Well, yeah, but that's cool because you have an opinion. You scored it. You have an opinion.
Yeah, no, but
And mathematically, you have mathematics behind it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas at the end of this, if it goes 12 rounds, all I'll be able to say is, well, Zinad looked good to me. I thought he edged. I thought he edged a few of the rounds. Oh
yeah,
my God, they got Bivol at 4 points. I don't know how. What the hell are you talking? How do you get 4? Mind you, I suppose you can't you? Because somebody can edge the rounds.
Yeah, like you ain't got maths behind you because it's all opinion based anyway.
It's opinion based, but at least you got some measure. You got a measure. You got a marker.
It's better than not scoring the round.
Of course it is.
But
it's always better to score. But
sometimes
it seems
I don't know that
it seems like more enjoyable just to sit back and relax. But at the end of the fight, you always think, well, what the hell? I got no scorecard. So it's a false economy. Look at this. He's troubling. He's troubling Bivol. Bivol comes out with hard, well placed shots. Yeah, but he's doing the better. He's doing some good work. Doing a lot of good work. His jab's on point.
He's definitely making a fight of it.
He's making a fight of this.
I think Bivol's landing the harder shots.
Bivol's landing the harder shots, but I think Zinad. Okay, Zinad's got him on the volume. Bivol's opening up on him. Bivol's opening up on him, but he's still standing. He's still standing, and both his hands are down, though. Both his hands are down. The ref throws it off, and this is exactly what the referee wanted. He did exactly what the referee wanted. Chin up, hands down, Bivol finishes. That's exactly what I said I wanted, and that's exactly what he did. Chin up, hands down, boom, knockout. I predicted it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we don't need the scorecards. We was looking dodgy for a while.
That's the other reason why sometimes I like to not score a fight. I'm optimistic that I'm going to get a result and I don't need to worry
optimistic you're going to get a result, but how many rounds did Bivol win? How many rounds did Zinad win? We don't know.
It doesn't matter.
We didn't score it.
We got a decision.
But we can't break it down.
The next two fights to end by stoppage as well.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely scoring them. No doubt about that.
That's fair.
Stoppage or no stoppage. And shout out to Zinad for making a fight of it. Who's that? His son in the ring? I don't know. There's some kid looking up at him like he's starstruck in a sense. Could be just a son, very proud of his dad. Marvelous. Marvelous to see. I like this Zinad cat. I'll watch him again. He's good until he finally gives up and puts his hands down and stretches his chin up. Boom, boom. His game. Zinad's game. I like this cat. Yeah, I like him. He makes a fight of it, and he can actually box. His defense is not the best, but offensively he's good to a degree. Defensively, not very good at all. Defense all over the place. Doesn't know how to grab when he's in trouble. But he made it an entertaining fight anyway. Bivol gets a lot of complaints that he doesn't stop fights, but hey, put him in there with the right opponent. Problem solved. I don't think Beterbiev is going to be so kind to Bivol. I got Beterbiev winning that fight. I thought Bivol might. I leaned towards Bivol at one stage, but nah. Beterbiev beats Bivol, in my humble opinion. Let's see it when Bivol.
I've always had Beterbiev, but the thing with it is age is going to come into it at some point.
At some point, yeah.
Because he's getting on, isn't he?
Yeah, he's about 38.
If he's 38 now, how old is he going to be by the time?
No, I think he's 37 now, but he's going to be 38 by the time of the fight. That's my understanding. Or it could be 38 now. Something like that. This wasn't one of the 5v5 though, was it?
No, I think they took it off. I'm not even sure that Beterbiev Bivol was. I'm not sure.
No, I don't think this is for us of the 5v5.
To stop the contest, therefore your winner by way of technical knockout and still WBA and IBO light heavyweight champion of the world,
Dimitri Bivol wins. I think that was the 7th round. 6th or 7th. And thank you to Zinad for not making it a stinker. Actually turned out quite entertaining, more so than I had expected. And big thanks to Zinad for that. And shout out to the matchmakers that got it right this time.
I think that's one of the best Bivol fights I've seen.
Yeah, most entertaining for sure.
Yeah, I mean just for fun.
Yeah.
It's not a top performance.
No. It's a fun fight. Bivol's thanking everybody, the coach, the team, Al Turkey, the Saudi government for loving boxing.
Tell you what's interesting. I'm watching this, but the guy asking all the questions has got his own mic. I'm watching it on thingy.
Okay, that's probably Mannix. It's probably Mannix. Who's
Yeah, I'm not a fan of him.
no, he's a very basic guy, but relatively inoffensive. Pretty basic, but you know. Bivol's English is improving greatly, and His Excellency. Has His Excellency just took the mic on your stream?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I find him like a weird, creepy guy. His Excellency.
Well, he's just invited Zinad. Wow, that's great. He's just invited Zinad to come and fight in the Kingdom in October or November as a prize for his entertaining fight. That's great.
After what I've just said, I've got to respect him.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Because I mean, that's really what's been the problem with boxing.
100%.
People think if they get a loss, their career's over.
100.
Whereas he's just shown, if you entertain where you're losing, we'll invite you again, and we'll pay some good money.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love that. I love rewarding entertaining fighters. That's fantastic. I love that. That's beautiful. That was a beautiful moment. Absolutely fantastic. Beautiful. 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 I love it. 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 Hey, I just seen the last comment on the screen. I put my money on Triple D. Hey, I'd love Triple D to win. I just don't think he's gonna win. I think Hrgovic's got too much experience for him. But I'd love it. I'd love if Triple D won.
I think there's some interesting elements to it.
There are interesting elements to it.
I mean, I want to see Daniel throwing some low shots.
Low shots?
Yeah, because Hrgovic is going to punch you in the back of the head. So hit him in the gonads.
Just hit him in the belly. That could do it.
The way that he throws them, though, they have a bit of a tendency to go low. So don't worry about what happened against Usyk. Just throw him. Just let your hands go.
Let him go. Let him go.
But also because it is Hrgovic and he's a horrible cheat. Smack him in the gonads anyway.
Ha! Let's hit him slightly below the navel. Should do the trick.
Go full on. Go all out Andre Ward.
Well, just do what he did to Usyk. That was enough. Usyk didn't want no more of that.
Because I know he's going to do what he did to Dempsey McLean to him.
Well,
that's it. Dubois, wasn't it? That's who he fought in his last fight.
Okay. Yeah.
That's just horrific.
Oh, that was horrible. Yeah. That fat tubber lad.
A 50-year-old fat Australian tubber lad who learned to box on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. It's coming up. It's not too bad. You know, the Rafi don't really generally go live too long. These shows too long because there's fights that I'm not going to want to see. I just try to distill it. If it was up to me, I'd just come live at this moment. But it's Nick Ball. Nick Ball got me pumped up. Nick Ball versus Ford. That was such a
Yeah,
good,
I was
entertaining fight.
surprised to see you in the sort of pre-heavyweight phase of the action.
Yeah, Nick Ball and Ford got me pumped up. And Ford not doing a simple thing that lost him the fight got me pumped up, and I just went live. But let's let's put the mic in its stand. Oh wow. Oh. Let's get the mic in its stand. Hey, almost trapped my finger there. You don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Why am I adjusting this thing? Let's do it like that. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Didn't even do a mic check. Don't even know how I sound. Put your name. Write something in the chat, people. Don't be shy. Don't be foolish. Don't be foolish like Gambino. Don't be foolish. Let's put your name. I can't find my cursor. Where's my mouse? There it is. There's the cursor. Put something in the chat. Let me know that you're still alive. Wiggle your toes. Do something. Maybe I'll write something in the chat. Maybe I'll write Bivol. Bivol wins. Bivol wins by, was it KO or TKO? Don't remember.
TKO.
TKO. Let's adjust this mic thing. Bivol. Let's put some respect on his name. Capital B. Via TKO in the 6th, I think it was. Who wins via TKO in the 6th? Where's my mouse? Boom. There we go. Let's put that up. Okay, people. Where is it? Where's me drink? Let me go top up my drink. What's going on?
Queensberry, all the boys are happy. Do the big thing. Back at the end and back through. And all the rest of the fight. Get up there. Come on, Queensberry in front for it. Get on. Welcome back to the Kingdom Arena here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Just a reminder that if you've missed the big fight out here on the Zone, then do not worry. You can still catch up on all the action on the Zone platform. That includes the last time we were here in Riyadh when Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury battled it out for the undisputed heavyweight title. All the big fights available now alongside the live action, which is keep on coming as we head to New York on Friday. But Austin Salado faces off against Nico Alves, Gerardo Zapata. In fact, make sure you check out the full boxing schedule on the Zone platform where you can find out everything that's coming your way, including massive night in Phoenix.
Oh my gosh. OMG. I just realized I left the grill on. I ate something before I came. Must have been about 3 hours ago. I had some chicken which I grilled, and I realized that I left the grill on at a moderate temperature. Most unfortunate. I'm thinking about all that electricity that was unnecessarily used.
Rusty's got that build coming up.
Most disturbing, bro. I got the meter. I can see the meter. It's hardly nothing, mate. Hardly nothing. We're all right.
They've just been showing some footage of Dubois versus Miller. And I've never seen a boxer look like they're wearing like short footballer shorts from the 80s apart from that fight. He's such a fat.
Now listen, there's only one thing we can do. 2 stoppage injuries in these points. In his last two fights, levels it all up. The dream ended. I'm clutching at straws, but I'm still a believer. To be fair, two very big straws in Hrgovic and Dubois, so not really clutching. Both of them could get the knockout. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, the night's been unbelievable. I mean, I'm gutted to be 3-0 down in fights. Fought very straightforward, could have nicked it. It was a tremendous fight. Hamza was great opening fight. This is it, the big boys. We need the big boys to pull it out of the bag. It's been incredible. And if we can nick a draw, somehow, some way, I'll be flying home a happy man. So far, so good for you, though, Frank. You started with Willie Hutchinson.
But you know what? At times when that happens, all I do is I thought, oh no, what's the point turning the grill off? What's the point turning the grill off now? It's already warm. Put something else under there. Put something else.
What are you cooking now, Raf?
It's going to be some chicken wings and what do you call them? Baby tomatoes. Chicken wings, baby tomatoes.
Okay.
Got a little piece of sliderous quiche, and that's going to be on a bed of spinach. So we got good, and a bit of bad, just like my good self.
What are you classing as the bad out of that?
It's the quiche, isn't it?
I'm in it. I don't know. Some people might say chicken wings and the quiche. I'd just say the quiche.
You just say the what?
Quiche.
I'd just say the quiche.
Yeah, we're in agreement. What's
bad about chicken wings?
Depends what's on them, really.
Oh, a little bit of seasoning.
Yeah, but like if there's a whole load of like.
No, not sauces, just seasoning.
Or batter as well. You know,
no batter, just good old seasoned chicken wings.
Yeah, sounds tasty, Raf. I like chicken wings. Yeah,
I'll get some baby tomatoes on there. Put it on a bed of spinach, mayo. People probably think mayo's bad, but a bit of fat's good for you, actually.
Well, more to the point, if you don't eat any fat, you're going to have real problems.
Yeah, it's fat's essential. Good fat.
Yeah. The keys in the phrase essential fatty acids.
Yeah, essential.
So, all this castigating a particular food group is nonsense. Carbs aren't bad for you. Fat's not bad for you. Processed food is bad for you.
Exactly.
That's where people get it wrong.
Exactly. 100%. So I've got to get the chicken wings in now. Got the tray in there. Get the chicken wings in. Put the baby tomatoes on. Run out of mayo, unfortunately. So it's just I've left the bottle upside down in the fridge. So hopefully I'll get a few little squirts out of it. But yes. Are they playing some national anthem or something? What for?
Filler, I think.
Yeah.
Looks like the Saudi anthem to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight it's been 5 versus 5. An event so enormous and so spectacular, it ain't over yet. Because knockouts can score points and decide who the winning promoter will be. So with that said, let's get this party started! Coming to the ring, the big boys of boxing, representing Queensberry, Dynamite, Dubois! Coming up to Michael Jackson's Bad. As we said earlier, he's been a bad boy this week. He never uses profanity, but he's got amped up. He looks yoked. He looks jacked. And he has a lot of confidence after that last round stoppage against Sharaz Big Baby Miller. Yeah, look, he suffered the good, the bad, the ugly. The last performance was exactly what he needed. He needed his gut check. And he passed the test. There was question marks over it. So he could take a lot of confidence away from that. Going into this fight, like you said, the huge pot goes for the winner here. He needs to show Hrgovic that he's matured now. He's a man now. Hrgovic Spoken quite often about that spark. But Daniel Dubois was 17 years old. He needs to let Hrgovic know the early stages in this contest that he's not the same way. He's a man now. And now making his entrance to the ring. Please welcome, representing Matchroom, El Anima, Hrgovic. Last night when I said, what's going to happen tomorrow? Because I will smash him. He's not impressed by Dubois at all. He harkens back to a few years ago when they sparred together. He said, this guy's nowhere close to my level. It's not even going to be a contest. Well, I can understand why he feels that way, because all we have in Hrgovic is a guy with so much natural talent that he has the potential to be a world champion. But he has to show it tonight. He has all that potential. He showed glimpses of brilliance at times, but also we've seen flaws in him. So with his work rate, his ethic at times, and sometimes his desire to want to really push through. Tonight, he shows us what he has in his life.
Filip Hrgovic makes his way to the ring.
It may be his test of resistance. I think that's the closest man zone.
Has Daniel Dubois walked to the ring yet?
Yeah, Hrgovic has got the IBF Mando, hasn't he? So
Okay, so
essentially Dubois is challenging him for that status.
oh, Dubois already in the ring. I missed that. I bought some baby tomatoes at Aldi. I'm not terribly impressed with them.
You got to be careful with Aldi fresh produce.
Aldi, one of them already going bad. I had to chuck that one out.
I've seen plenty of bad ones in the packet in the shopping Aldi.
Yeah, I'm not happy with that at all.
They're not very good at updating their fruit.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, it's true.
I've heard. Not very impressed with that. Very unfortunate. So let's go. What's doing here? What we're doing here? Hrgovic v. Dubois. Hrgovic.
Filip the Rabbit Hrgovic
versus Dubois. Up now. Hrgovic. Three judges from England, Howard Foster. And they took this caption down too quick. The Rafi couldn't see it.
couldn't see the names. The other two are American.
Yeah. Okay, definitely marking this one. We got them. Let's put the names in.
Do you think he's likely to go to 12 rounds, Raf?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll be able to do a round by round breakdown though. So what we're looking at, Hrgovic versus Dubois. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mind you, Hrgovic's had his fair share of 12 rounders. So it's not out of the question.
That's what I was saying about his power.
Yeah, that's not out of the question at all.
No, it's not. Because he's lazy as well. If he thinks he can just fiddle to a 12-round decision, he'll quite happily go do that.
Yeah, happy to do that. 247.4 pounds.
17 victories, 14 wins by knockout,
17 fights, 14 wins by KO.
The IBF undefeated #1 ranked heavyweight contender in the world.
El Animal.
Yeah,
Hrgovic.
that animal is a rabbit for rabbit punching.
Damn, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of. Sorry,
Shizzle.
well, I just have to rein it in. I really don't like him.
I've got a crisis now because I've got the chicken.
Oh, you got emergencies to deal with, haven't you?
Crisis. I got a crisis. I gotta just turn down the heat on that.
Contrast to Phil Hrgovic, as cocky and as confident as one man could possibly be. He's 17-0 though with 14 knockouts, and has a shot at the interim heavyweight championship of the world. Croatia versus England here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Okay. It's on. Dubois on the offensive. He takes the center of the ring.
Daniel's throwing wild shots.
Yeah, he just got touched on the chin.
That overhand fight was wild as hell.
Yeah, got touched on the chin by Hrgovic. Hrgovic now takes the center of the ring.
Well, he'll get timed if he starts trying to do silly stuff like that.
Hrgovic does a 1-2. Dubois is looking huge. Not necessarily a good thing, not necessarily a bad thing, I don't know. Oh, touches Hrgovic twice with a nice
I think that's just how he looks.
Yes, he's just how he looks, yeah.
Because he's not often not even actually that big. I think it's just the shape that he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes he'll look huge and he's only weighing like 235 and stuff.
This is a configuration. Oh, Hrgovic's the backhand heavy. Hrgovic's just going the right hand, the heavy right hand. And again. Not even bothering with a jab. It's almost like Hrgovic's got a certain amount of disdain for the guy. He sparred a few years ago when Dubois was 17 and apparently he did a number on Dubois, allegedly. Dubois doesn't even
17-year-old.
Dubois doesn't even
No, amateur experience.
Dubois doesn't even refute it that much. Oh my God, he's going to take Dubois out early. Free, you know.
It does look like it. Dubois' lack of head movement is just
free, you know.
Oh, it's
defense is just getting the front hand up. Where's the front hand? Dubois could be stopped in the bloody first round here. Ridiculous.
Yeah, there's still time.
Bloody hell. We're talking about the you got to use the front hand also as a bit of a defense from this guy, from this Hrgovic guy. Just get it in the way. The front hand.
He's just trying to slug with him.
Yeah, yeah. Tidy it up. Tidy it up.
His best punch is his jab.
Yeah, let's tidy it up. The one is to tidy it up. What is that? Just throw a backhand again. The right hand with Dubois. I mean, Hrgovic. Just winging it over. Although Dubois is returning sometimes, but I'm pretty sure that Hrgovic has landed more and more frequently with power shots. This has all been power shots. This is crazy. Tidy up. Yeah, that's better from Dubois. But where are the bloody hands? Jesus Christ. Bloody hell. Where was the defense? This is crazy, yo. Action pack was ridiculous. Yo. Needs to get...
If he's going to be that gung-ho, he's got to at least be accurate with his power shots. Because they're just wild and they're not even landing.
He's got to talk. Don Charles got to talk to him, man. Just tidy it up. Slow it, tidy it up. Tidy the work up. That's crazy.
It's looking like Eddie's going to get 2 points back here.
Okay, they're back. Wow. Big shots by Hrgovic. Just Dubois got no defense, it seems. What about defense, man? This is crazy to me. Okay, this bear is actually Dubois getting something in the way. This is crazy, though. What the hell is this? This is crazy. This is just like Hrgovic just pot shotting. I expected Hrgovic to win, but not this crazily easily. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. This is unbelievably crazy. Cover up. What about defense? What about blocking shots and then returning? What about the basic fundamentals? 1-2, just a 1-2, straight 1-2. Dubois' head.
Daniel's another one who skipped the amateur stage, isn't he?
Bloody hell. Well, he did work in the amateurs, but bloody hell.
He's hardly got any
Clearly
fights.
not enough. Clearly not enough.
I think it's something stupid like 10 amateur fights, bro.
That's ridiculous. Jesus.
It's not a lot.
This is ridiculous. This basic stuff not being done. This is crazy. This is blowing my mind. I expected Hrgovic to win, but this is crazy. I'm seeing just a lack of basic head movement here. Get your head off the center line. Just what about slipping to the side? What about side to side movement? Jeez, it's just absent. This is blowing my mind. Just basic just basic. Just move your head off the center line. That's all I'm asking you to do. Move your head off the center line, Daniel. Move your head off the center line. This is blowing my mind. Okay, Daniel's landing as well, but Jesus, holy hell, I'm just shocked. I'm shocked at the lack of the fundamentals.
Punishment for a long time.
Lack of fundamentals. This is crazy, yo. Okay, slipped them two, and he's landed a big heavy right of his own, and then another right of his own. Don't get it twisted, people. If you're watching this on radio, don't get it twisted. I mean, hey, Daniel's landing, but he's eating too much. That's what I'm saying.
When he is landing, it's not really stopping Hrgovic from coming forward either.
No. Well, it's affecting him. I think it's affecting him.
But it's not a deterrent. Like, it hasn't.
Well, it's not enough of a deterrent. I think if he keeps on doing it, he'll be a deterrent. But right now, no.
I think Hrgovic has got.
Oh, big strike from Daniel. Don't get it twisted. Daniel could knock him the fuck out.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for.
Any second, but there's so much wrong. There's so much wrong with this.
You worry though.
Jeez.
Like, where's it going to go if he does win this? Who's he fighting after?
Well, bloody hell. I mean, there's a certain fight where certain things become so apparent, and what's become apparent in this one is Daniel's lack of head movement. Oh my God.
I don't know. I think we knew about that after the Joe Joyce fight, right?
Well, yeah, but that was how many fights ago? You thought he'd worked on that and developed that. Jeez.
I don't know if he's got the mental capacity to learn.
Well, he must have. Well, I'd hate to think he doesn't, because that's tough camping otherwise.
Well, this isn't a knock on Daniel, but there is some question over his capacity, isn't there?
Well, they say he's on the spectrum. So if he is on the spectrum, then it's fantastic for him. If he's mentally, if he's on the spectrum, do you classify him as disabled? So he's the highest performing disabled sportsman out there. So I think it's a victory. I think it's a victory.
Well, it is a victory. It is a victory.
Yeah.
But Messi is also on the spectrum.
Messi, is he?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've heard anyway.
Is he a very simple fellow, is he?
No, spectrum doesn't affect your intelligence, though, does it?
Does he not?
No, so when you're on the spectrum, it means you have a lack of empathy.
I thought he meant you had some deficiency in learning as well.
Yeah, but when you have a lack of empathy, that can affect your ability to learn because you don't care what anybody else says.
Friggin' hell.
So that can be a big barrier to learning.
Jeez.
So the reason it's a spectrum is because there's levels. So you could have some empathy, but virtually not much. To zero to just being a bit out there.
Dubois looking better in this round, actually using the bloody jab for the first time in 3 rounds.
He's ducking as well.
He's ducking as well. He's like, Jesus. It's like weird. That first 2 rounds is weird. It looked like he never boxed before. You're just like, wow, what the hell? Seems like he's settling down. It seems like it takes him a few rounds to take in instructions. And it's a 1-2 from Daniel or a 2-1.
Well, because of how he is, maybe all the talks really got to him, so he just tried to beat him up.
What did you say?
Because of how Daniel is, and because of all the things that have come out of Hrgovic's mouth, he might have just tried to take it to Hrgovic, which wasn't a very good idea. Maybe he'll settle down now and start to do a bit better.
Settling down. Oh, nice right. And then followed by a left hook from Daniel. Oh, nice little headbutt as well from Daniel. Across the
Yeah, we'll take all the dirty moves because Hrgovic deserves it.
In the mouth of Hrgovic.
I mean, if you've got to knock out Dempsey McKean with a rabbit punch, I don't really care what happens to you.
Okay, so 1-2 from Hrgovic, but it's very much at the end of the punch. Oh, nice right from Hrgovic. 31 seconds remains in the third round. Daniel Dubois' best round, more organized. That's nice. Going upstairs and downstairs. Goes Daniel. He's actually moving his head now, coming with a nice right hook. Here's Daniel. Much better from Daniel. He's actually boxing now, as if he's boxed before, using a jab. Okay, that's better from Daniel.
Yeah, maybe it was a bit of a mental issue the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, maybe. Mental what?
Well, because I do think he is on the spectrum. If he gets an idea in his head, it might be very difficult to deter him from that idea. So if he thinks he's just going to try and steamroller him, he might not listen to anybody else. Do you understand what I mean?
Zhang had him on the brink, a very controversial win in that fight for Hrgovic. It's his fight though. That's the madness about it. It's not hard to be good to Zhang. Oh, good right hand again. Hrgovic.
Okay, down. This off the round. Oh, nice right from Hrgovic.
It's been a better round for Daniel so far up until this point.
Okay. Nice job. Everything. Oh, Daniel's cut Hrgovic.
Oh, yeah. He got him in the corner and unloaded on him.
Wow. Damn. No,
I don't know if that cut's come from the headbutt from the previous round or when it started.
Headbutt to the mouth.
Okay.
He's got to the eye.
He got him in the corner and unloaded on him a bit earlier in this round.
That's good. Nice jab from both guys, actually.
Daniel's been employing the jab much better in this round rather than
You guys remember the jab.
like a caveman.
Remember the jab. Down. It's 1-2 from Hrgovic. Landed. You got a nice 1-2 returned from Daniel. Hrgovic is good with the fundamentals. He just landed a 2 there.
Yeah, he's just very lazy with it as well, isn't he?
Well, he's good. He's good with it. Well,
no, he is good with it.
Look at him. Just
No,
1-2. He's economical. He's economical. 1-2.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is.
You got another headbutt there.
He's getting caught with the jab quite a bit when he was standing off them with his hands down, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's getting caught with the jab.
And then he got a nice
headbutt. He's getting caught with the jab and getting caught with Daniel Dubois' headbutts. That's good.
I know, yeah. I'm supporting the headbutts in this fight, right?
Oh, dear.
When you got a consistent, proven rabbit puncher that rabbit punches low-level Australians, he's already earned his dirty fight. Yeah. Dempsey McKean was winning that fight, and so he had to cheat to get the knockout.
Yeah, I remember that.
So if Daniel has to headbutt his way to victory in this fight, I'm not going to complain. You know, jab, jab, headbutt. It's a classic move.
Mm-hmm. Daniel caught me some nice shots on the replay.
Yeah, no, he did. He did. And a couple of nice headbutts as well. If Daniel wins this, though, Eddie's taking a total bath. Because most people would... I mean, out of all the predictions, I've heard one person predict Wilder to beat Zhang.
Highly unlikely. Possible. Unlikely.
I can see how it happens.
I can see how it can happen. It's still unlikely.
I don't even know how unlikely I think it is. I don't know what I think about that fight.
I'll give him my prediction.
If Wilder thinks he can stand anywhere near him for the first 6 rounds, and he's probably going to get knocked out.
Big shot by Hrgovic.
Say again?
Big shot by Hrgovic. The ball's diving upstairs, downstairs.
He's throwing these wild clubbing punches when he's square and landing on like Hrgovic's shoulders. And stuff. Why you? It just doesn't make any sense.
Big shot by Hrgovic to the forehead of Dubois. Dubois steps back. Ducks the next one.
Good use of the head there by Dubois.
Very nice. Very creative.
Hrgovic has got tied off with the rabbit punch as well.
I'm saying Hrgovic looks exhausted.
Economical. I don't think he's got a gas tank.
Well, he has got a gas tank, but he just puts himself on economy.
All right.
Because it's not the best.
I mean, what we're going off is better than Zhang's. That's how he beat Zhang.
Say again?
Well, it's better than Zhang's because that's how he won the fight. Irrespective of what you think about the decision or what anybody else thinks, the fact that Hrgovic realised he couldn't trade with him, so he just went on the back foot and jabbed his way to a points win, shows he understands his own abilities and his own gas tank.
Yeah.
Which is smart. I mean, I'm not going to knock him, but it's not fun for the fans to watch.
Nope.
And I don't want to hear all his arrogant stuff come out of his mouth after he does it either.
Well, you will.
Well, it depends. I don't know what he's going to have to say if Daniel knocks him out.
No, he got lucky. Still arrogant.
He's definitely making a mess of Hrgovic's face. And he keeps rubbing the head in there as well.
Yeah.
Do you think he's been watching a bit of Holyfield in the warm-up to this?
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's one of the best headbutters of all time.
Very wide. Very wide. Jesus Christ. That's a big shot from Hrgovic now. Dubois on the offensive, slightly. He lands the early jabs. Hrgovic with a long jab. Nice glancing hook from Dubois. Jab from Hrgovic returned. Double pump jab from Dubois, then they clinch. Fell short. One, two from Hrgovic. Hrgovic doing good basic work. Basic 1, 2. Always said you can win a fight with a jab. Nothing flashy, just basic. But sometimes basic is good enough. Oftentimes basic is good enough. Right way. The boy just leaned on Hrgovic and just landed a nice hook. Right hook on him. The boy just getting out of range of some rights there. Nice. Going back in a straight line, not so nice. Dubois partially eats a 1, 2. He comes back with a big right hook, misses. Comes back with 3 consecutive jabs, lands. Now Turkey doing some shadow boxing there, pointing at Joshua and doing a cutthroat emblem maneuver. As if to say, Joshua, you're looking at a killer. Don't look at me, look at the killer next to me. Dubois comes out, double jab, a couple of right and left hook, another left hook, close quarters. Oh, nice left hook from Dubois. I like the way Dubois grabs Hrgovic around the waist. Gets out of trouble. Or gets out of the way of Hrgovic's punches for a while, and then comes out with some of his own. Dubois on the offensive, then clinches with Hrgovic, and then gives him one to the breadbasket, one downstairs, one upstairs. Nice right hook from Hrgovic.
I feel like
Nice
Hrgovic is taking this.
From Dubois.
I feel like Hrgovic is taking the round off though.
Yeah, probably is.
There's like no ambition to do anything in this round at all.
But he needs to. He needs to get his gas tank right. So it's necessary. Security has run to an incident. Up there, called it. Seems under control. Yeah. Hrgovic not doing much in this round. They'll probably try to end it fast or well. A combination at the end. But Dubois opening up on him. Nice series of hooks with Hrgovic bleeding both sides of his face. Nice 1-2 from Dubois. And then Dubois goes to the body. Hrgovic looks spent, but that's why I need to take the round off. But I expect him to come back in the next round. Dubois putting it on Hrgovic. Nice left hook. Preceded by right, left. Hrgovic getting steadily done over in this round, but I expect him to come back in the next round. If Dubois has learned anything from the fight with Jarrell Miller, it might be fortitude. Oh my God, big shot. Surprised didn't knock down Hrgovic. Dubois is battering Hrgovic in this round. My God, why have you stopped the round? What the fuck's going on? Oh, he's warning Dubois for a headbutt. Hrgovic looks like he's been in there with Edward Scissorhands. Oh, massive right hook. And again, when the bell saves Hrgovic. Hrgovic is on steady legs.
We're going to find out if that was a planned round off.
No, it was necessary. Whether planned or not, it was necessary. You needed it.
Yeah, but if it wasn't planned, he might not be able to come back this next round. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Whether he planned it or not, he needed it. By the end of the round, whether he planned it at the beginning of the round, he had nothing to give.
But if he's still got nothing when he comes back out, right, Raf, he might actually go.
I don't know. He's got good endurance even when he's out to gas. So we'll see. But I don't think. But what he did with Zhang was he stayed on his toes when he after he felt the power, he stayed on his toes for the rest of the fight.
You see right at the end where he landed on him.
The point is he couldn't stay on his toes with this time. He hasn't got the energy to be on his toes. So this is a different situation. Okay, he's back on his toes now, beginning of the round. And this is the 8th round. Well, still attacking him. Whoa! Dubois is beating up Philip Hrgovic.
This is what I was trying to say. I don't know if there's anything left, right?
Well, even though he hasn't got a good gas tank, he does seem to run well on the thimble.
Well, we'll see how he gets on.
I've seen many times when I thought he was on, and he wasn't.
Yeah, no. But the doctor's starting to look at that injury as well.
They don't call it off. The rest of them say, the doctor's going to say call it off. Fucking hell, they'll wave it off. And the bar ones. Bloody hell. Congratulations, Daniel Dubois wins. Can you write that in the chat, please, John? Daniel Dubois wins. So I can highlight it. I'm eating chicken at the moment. Wow. So he wasn't playing possum, he just had nothing left. He didn't even have the energy to protest.
I tried, but I don't know if it works because I've tried to do it on the same device.
Never mind.
It couldn't have happened to a nicer fella. I just don't like Philip Hrgovic at all. The way he's conducted himself, the fights that he's been allowed to get away with have just been horrific.
Yeah. Can somebody in the chat write? Daniel Dubois wins, please. I'm eating some chicken. What were you saying? You were saying?
The fights that he's been allowed to get away with, like the Dubois fight, even Dempsey McLean's not really a top quality opponent. And the level of arrogance that he's had whilst diligently avoiding any difficult opposition.
Yeah.
It just grates on me a little bit. If you're gonna run your mouth, at least fight the best people available.
Yeah.
You might. It's like the king of sparring. What's his name?
What's that?
The king of sparring, Billy Nelson's fighter.
Oh, Bacoli.
Yeah.
Martin Bacoli.
He's knocked everybody out in sparring, but he never fights anyone.
Yeah.
And I just get sick of it. It's like, just shut up.
For real.
I don't care who you've knocked out in sparring. I want to know who you're going to knock out in the ring.
Exactly. Another one.
Having to smile at Frank after that one. That was his banker loss. I think that was probably the fight he's most confident about winning. And it looked early doors like that's what was going to happen.
For real. Can somebody write Dubois?
But that's the other thing.
TKOs.
Really
TKO. Can somebody write Dubois? TKOs. Dubois stops Hrgovic in the chat, please.
That's the other thing I was saying about Hrgovic's power. It's pretty unproven.
Yeah.
But whilst it was stopping Dubois from moving forward, it didn't really deter him from having a fight, did it?
Special K is not happy. He battered Hrgovic. And he's the IBF world champion, interim.
Does that mean he's going to fight AJ next?
Well, he's interim, so
no,
I don't know if Joshua is going to fight for the interim title.
Well, the thing is, they said that Joshua was going to fight the winner of this in September. Yeah. Because he needs a fight because Fury and Usyk are going to have the rematch.
If anything, if the fight he's going to have, in my opinion, is going to be Wilder if Wilder wins.
If Wilder wins, they'll have that fight.
Yeah.
But if Wilder gets knocked out by Zhang, What do you think he does, Dubois or Zhang?
Neither.
Well, you gain more being the IBF mandatory because that if you've got the interim title, you are the IBF Mando.
That's a good point. Might fight Dubois then.
And that's the next mandatory that's due anyway.
In that case, probably Dubois. Almost certainly Dubois. Okay, Special K. Dubois battered Hrgovic. What can I say about that?
Who's Special K?
He's on the screen.
I don't know who you're talking about, right?
Special K is on the screen. It's on the. I put him up on the screen.
You mean on the chat? It's
Yeah.
because I'm in StreamYard. Oh no, I can't see any of that.
Oh, can't you?
No.
Hmm.
Oh, that low blows Usyk, headbutts Hrgovic, Dubois is dirty. Oh, I see. Special K, did you see the Dempsey McLean fight? You do know that rabbit punches are against the rules of boxing. Just clarify for you in case you didn't know.
What did you think of his power? I hate them shots, but it wouldn't wake me up, Once I got a few shots, I woke up and I was on it. And I was just thought, don't wait. You were wearing him down over the last few rounds.
It does make me wonder if Daniel's got a lot more ability than he shows in the ring because of his mental issues.
I was getting to it. And
because if he gets an idea in his head, I wonder if he just goes with his own idea instead of listening to people.
I'm just listening to him right now. Post-fight interview.
You've had some ups and downs over the last few years. Do you think that you could have done even won a fight like this a couple of years ago?
It's all a learning experience. I come, rock bottom last year, and now we're back on top.
It seems like you have had 3 careers. You're 26 years old, but you were a prospect. You lost a couple of fights, and now you're one step closer to being a full heavyweight champion. Has it felt like a roller coaster ride?
It has, it's felt amazing, and just good. The best promoter in the world, Frank Ward, for giving me these opportunities.
You've got the interim version of that title. There's a chance you could get elevated in the weeks ahead. Would you prefer to get elevated, or would you like a shot at winning it outright in the ring?
I've heard the next opponent will be AJ, so bring it on.
Just said the next opponent will be AJ, so bring it on. AJ is sitting right there.
How anxious are you to get that opportunity?
I'm just, anxious, to become the best. And, this is my era, this is my time, and I just need to keep improving and, coming through these tests.
Congratulations, Daniel.
Thank you.
Frank, we'll turn to you. And
Daniel ain't no joke. He's not tidy. He's not tidy. But he ain't no.
I'm not sure he can be that messy and let AJ hit him like that.
I don't think he can do that. I don't think he'd be wise at all.
No, I don't think he should be doing that. I'm just not overly sold on Hrgovic's power because he ate Hrgovic's best shots in that fight.
Yeah.
And Usyk put him down with a jab.
Seen a bit more better out in the first round, but after that he settled down. Once he got his jab going, when he was doubling his jab and letting that right hand go, he was doing a lot of damage.
Put who down with the jab?
The one thing is, he's a good finisher.
The last punch that Usyk threw that dropped Dubois was a jab.
But I don't know if it's not disingenuous to say that got stopped by a jab. Really, because it's an accumulation of shots. It just happens that the last one was a jab. He could have just probably and he dropped him, but did he really drop him with the breath? He could have breathed on it at that stage.
I'm not sure I completely agree with that, Raf.
Well, you could do a spinning back fist. You could have stopped him with a spinning back fist.
I'm not sure he was as spent as that. I think it was he timed him nicely when he was coming in. And he used do you think
that he could have stopped him with a jab in the first shot of that round?
No.
And so it's an accumulation then. That jab.
That's an extreme because there's a lot of people who could never put anybody down with a jab ever.
Well, I think that was okay. What I'm saying is, I believe that was as a result of an accumulation of shots.
I think accumulation contributed to it, but when I look at the shots that he shipped in the first 2 rounds from Hrgovic, I'm saying that I'm not overly sold on Hrgovic's power.
Well, yeah, he's got power, but it's not particularly dynamic. How much power he has? Well, if you're not dynamic with it. Ben Davidson and Josie Parker in the building.
Going up against an Olympic gold medalist early on in his career. Then he lost to Usyk, who's now the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And
Daddy Cool, they're playing Daddy Cool.
He's just had a big test there. He's come through with flying colours. Still a progressive fighter, so very, very impressed.
Joseph, we were all watching it together on the same row. You were impressed with his chin as well, because again, as Ben said, Philip was landing some big shots early rounds, and Daniels just seemed to eat those punches.
And I was very impressed with both guys and the punches they were able to absorb, right? Very impressed with both guys and the punches they were able to absorb, right? I was on the edge of my seat. I started very strong and very fast, but he did tire. And Daniel was persistent and consistent and kept chasing down, started every round very strong and fast, and he got the win tonight, really impressed to win.
Yeah, the gas tank looked really good on Daniel as well, didn't it? I mean, look, sometimes in the past we maybe question whether or not he has the stamina, but he looks a lot bigger, the stamina looks good as well. They're doing good things in that corner with Don Schultz.
No, for sure, I do. I think he's really come on this joint, teaming up with Don, and it's proved to be a good decision.
All right, let's go downstairs. Teddy Atlas is there with
That's a very cunning thing for Ben Davidson to say.
Who's what?
Well, Ben Davidson's complimented Dubois' chin, which if you're going to be the trainer for his opponent in the next fight, that's a bit cunning and cynical thing to say, really.
He's a complete fighter now. We always knew he could punch. We always knew he knew how to fight. I mean, he beat Joyce. He was right there with Usyk. You know, so there was no doubt about that. Really, it was about his resolve. Could he always behave like a fighter? Well, he sure as hell behaved like a fighter tonight. He took a lot of right hands early on. And like you said, you put it well. He came through the fire. And he deserves what he's getting now. And I'm sure the English fans are happy. Like you guys are pretty happy, aren't you? That you're going to get what you're going to get in Wembley. And
Daniel just eats too many shots from my taste. He just eats too much. Congratulations to him. He just eats too much shots.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not sure how well that's going to go for him in his next fight.
I don't think he's going to go too well. Special K rights. He battered him with his head. The blood from those cuts affected his vision. The second cut was definitely a headbutt. P.S. Rabbit punches, or was his opponent turning their heads? So you make every excuse for Dubois. Hrgovic, but no excuses for Dubois. Come on, brother. You got to be a bit more balanced than that. Come on.
Look, you know, if he's got a man crush for Hrgovic, that's his business.
All I'm asking, Special K, be a bit more balanced. Be a bit more balanced.
Outrageous. Yes, there were headbutts from Daniel, and it probably did impact on the fight. However, Hrgovic has got a proven track record of throwing rabbit punches across multiple fights. It's been something that's been spoken about for a number of years now. Not just the Dempsey McLean fight. So, you know, if you're going to get a bit sensitive about it, that's fine.
Well, sensitivity is necessarily a bad thing. I'm saying a bit more objectivity. A little bit more objectivity, Special K. Come on now.
Well, it's okay to like a fighter, but if like he loses, he loses.
I'm going to congratulate Dubois for the way he weathered the early storms, says Special K.
So it could be it will be very interesting.
Steady, I appreciate it. Ade, we're moments
Was
away
okay, are you
from
going to congratulate Dubois for weathering the early storm? Wasn't looking good for him. You know?
It's only Friday now, unfortunately, for
And
Matchroom.
if you feel like getting headbutted, throw an elbow or something.
Yeah.
Going to deter it.
Hrgovic's a dirty fighter. He knows how to respond.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Right hand time perfectly, just to give it a bit of Matchroom pride.
Yeah, because this to me wasn't about Matchroom versus Queensberry. I just thought who would win. You know, I just had a list of people I thought would win, a list of people I thought would lose. I wasn't particularly invested in whether they were Matchroom or Queensberry.
I can't stand Frank Warren, but I was quite pleased with these fighters that you have won. It's entertained me.
Yeah, I'm not a Frank Warren fan, but you know, I don't care if one of these fighters wins over a Matchroom product. I don't see with the team thing. I just look at the individual boxes. So I wouldn't want somebody to lose because they were on the other team. I just want to see good fights. And we come into the final fight. It's the final countdown. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, yes, I did. Did I? Something else that I did. Or did I not? Oh, my God. Oh my God. Blimey. I'm tired now. This thing better hurry up and happen. Hrgovic looks sloppy in his last couple of fights, and his fitness is under par. But there's no way I'll congratulate a dirty fighter like Dubois. Don Charles seems to have the dirty game plan for Triple D. OMG.
I mean, I think there's an element of truth in that. But there seems to be very massive double standards here because Hrgovic is a dirty fighter himself.
Yeah, you're not addressing the fact that Hrgovic is a dirty fighter. Also, you're not addressing that Hrgovic is a lazy fighter. And yeah, his gas tank is marginally better than Zhilei Zhang's, but not a tremendous amount. Maybe it's 2 times better, but that's not saying much. So, you know, I think you have to address Hrgovic's failings also. You know what I mean? You have to look at the man who lost and say, well, why did you lose? You know, he could have avoided certain things. He could have retaliated with certain things, you know, but is it the case he was just too tired that he couldn't be asked? Was he just too tired to retaliate? Was he just so dog tired? Is his gas tank only twice as big as Filip Hrgovic? So there's a lot of things you have to, I mean, not Filip Hrgovic, Zhilei Zhang's. So there's a lot of things that we have to look at here. A lot of things.
Well, the thing for me is, I would have thought, and maybe I'm wrong, the gas tank's the easiest thing to address because you do more cardio and you improve it.
Look at the Loreno fight. That was called short and waved off early. The Dubois fights are dodgy. I don't know if I subscribe to that, but there was an argument. But you know what? Special K. You know what? You can jump on. The link is there. Where is the link? Let me put the link in again. Is that the link? No, it isn't. But you know what? In comes the man like a man from the island. He goes by the name of the Iron Kong. Iron Kong, how do you do?
Pleasant good evening, gentlemen. Raphael Dawkins from the luxurious Raphael Dawkins Towers and Associates Limited.
Yeah.
And
all assembled dignitaries.
And John Dealey Esquire.
Good evening, Kung.
Things haven't been so good with y'all, boy. I lost my mother on Wednesday morning.
Jesus Christ.
She passed as a result of a battle with mesothelioma.
Mm.
In case anybody doesn't know what that is, it's exposure to asbestos.
Bloody hell.
So it has been a very bad few months for me.
Yeah.
However, I'm here. I picked my Queensberry clean sweep. It's going wonderfully. I knew Dubois would beat this bum Philip Hrgovic. I don't know till now why Michael Hunter ducked Philip Hrgovic. I was so pissed off. Like I was like, this man is a boogeyman because nobody wants to fight him. It's like, for what? This guy's not that good.
Hey,
Philip Hrgovic never fought nobody.
Parker ducked him too.
I don't understand. This man is easy work.
So why do we have so many people ducking him, Ankang? What's going on?
I guess they say that he don't bring no money, but the people who they fought didn't bring no money. So what? What are we talking about? Philip Hrgovic never fought nobody. He clearly don't have the power he thinks he has because he's landing his right hands on Daniel. And Daniel now has his self-belief in himself. And you can see if Philip Hrgovic doesn't have a gas tank.
Yeah.
He got tired from punching somebody. Not that he got tired from being punched. He got tired from being the one doing the punching and not punching and missing. He was connecting. Normally that would spur you on and give you energy because you lose more energy when you miss the punches. Right, Rafi?
Yes.
He was getting tired from hitting somebody. And I was just like, this guy is terrible. So I knew Daniel would get to him because that once I see Daniel wasn't going down, I was like, okay, Philip has a problem.
Yeah.
He don't have no gas tank. We saw it against Zhang. Even when he fought Dempsey McKean, he was dead tired. He clearly doesn't do any road work. And I'm happy for Daniel Dubois. Eddie Hearn right now has the I eat ass face. And it's just a wonderful. Eddie Hearn has to be the best promoter in the world. Why? Because he really made people feel like he has the best card out, the best stable, and they're gonna do this. I picked a clean sweep. The only one I didn't pick was Willie Hutchinson. I didn't pick that fight because I didn't know anything about Willie. But what I did know about Craig is that Craig always seems to start late. And when I watched the fight, I was like, oh. The early ones, I was like, oh, the fight's over. The fight's over. Craig can't get to this guy. By the time Craig gets to him, it's too late.
Yeah.
So clean sweep. Ray Ford was a close fight against Ball. Yeah. But again, Ray Ford starts late. And when I watched the fight, he fought this guy, the same guy who fought Joe Cardina. Right? He had a dodgy decision against him, and that guy fights like Ball. Very aggressive, shorter guy. Yeah. And Ray Ford had a lot of problems with that guy.
Yeah. So
I picked judo wrestler Ball. The Hamza pick was easy. Amo is not as good as he thinks he is.
Hamza's horrible.
I think
Hamza's horrible. What do you call him?
Amo Williams.
Amo is not that good. He thinks he's better. He's just all attitude and all this nonsense. I'm like, bro, please.
It's the energy attitude as well. Did you see the face-off, Kong?
Yeah.
It smacks of P. Diddy stuff to me.
Guy's a weirdo. Oh, my granddaddy's 100% Cherokee. Granddaddy was African.
Yeah, but he told him he loved him and it was going to get all physical in the ring. And
please.
I was just like, what the hell? Weird,
clean sweep, Queensberry. Zhang needs to do his job now. Frank Ward is popping the shandies. Eddie Hearn looks ridiculous.
So, as far as this being a team thing, I never saw it that way. I just saw it as a bunch of fighters with, it's a sham because Deontay Wilder isn't even an Eddie Hearn fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how you can be representing a team when you don't fight for that guy. It's a one.
You don't have no heavyweights. You don't have no more. Who's he going to put in there? Who?
So, Yeah, good question. I mean, who has he got?
I'm not sure why Turkey Al Sheikh even selected another heavyweight fight. You could at least use a super middleweight or something.
I don't know. This is a fun fight, Kong. I'm looking forward to watching Wilder versus Zhang.
Because you want to see Wilder get knocked out. I get it.
No, I actually think Wilder can win.
You think so? If he goes past 5 rounds, he'll win the fight.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I don't even know though if Wilder. I don't know if Wilder's got any stuffing left in him.
Well, we're gonna see, but I think there's enough intrigue to make it a fun fight.
I don't know if he's got any stuffing left in him. I really don't.
Well, he might not have any. There might be none. But the thing with it for me is, I think Zhang has been flattered by those Joyce wins, and I'm not as convinced about him as everybody else is. And I know he's been dropped in the amateurs, so I'm not sure about his chin either, which means it could go either way for me, this fight.
The bronze bomber, he's walking out, looking like a Nubian king. Let's get some volume going in the background. The bronze bomber bronze bomber. I mean, it's a shame. I'd be happy for Wilder to win. Jesus Christ, look at the thighs, look at the legs. They look thinner than normal.
Well, he's coming in at about 116, isn't he? So
what?
He came in about 116 pounds.
116 pounds.
216.
I was gonna say he's lost a dramatic amount of weight.
Well, when he fought Fury, he was 230, so his legs do look skinnier than normal.
He's 216. He's 220. He's 216.
Yeah.
Not 226.
No.
Bloody hell. 216. Well, interesting. Who you got winning this, Kong?
He's got Zhang. He's got a clean sweep for.
I got clean sweep, Rafi. Clean sweep.
Oh, clean sweep.
Yeah.
How heavy is John? How heavy is
He's
Zhang?
about 283. There's a bigger weight difference in this fight than there was between Fury and Usyk.
Fury and Usyk.
Yeah, there's a bigger weight difference here.
283.
Yeah. So Usyk was about 222.
Hold on, he was 290. He was 290 the last time.
Yeah, he's lost a bit of weight.
That's only a fraction. That's only a few pounds.
I mean, I can see that just being going to the toilet for him. He's a big guy.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I was saying, there's a part of me that would like to see Wilder to win, even though I don't see him winning. Because that's the only thing that could resurrect the AJ fight. If Wilder wins, I expect AJ's next fight to be Wilder.
Not that many people gave Daniel a chance in the last fight.
So it's still very possible. Joshua's laughing there at the sidelines, laughing. But it's going to be if Joshua fights him and he beats Wilder now. I mean, the sparkle is taken off it because
the shine is gone.
The shine's gone because Wilder is, to my mind, is clearly past his best.
He's damaged goods.
So he's damaged goods now. So I don't know how much I even want to see that fight. I don't know how much I care, but it's a shame if it doesn't happen. It'd be nice to happen. I still want to see it happen, but the sparkle's gone. Iron Kong, the sparkle's gone for me. I don't know about you. Iron Kong's multitasking. He'll come back when he's free. Special K says Hrgovic is the overweight and has been for ages. Well, he needs to correct that, doesn't he? Wilder finally getting the static opponent. Well, that's another good point. That's a good point. It's static. We're going to see. It's an interesting fight. I'm curious to see it. Let's see it. Let it happen. That's going to happen. It's happening now. I just think it's a big shame that Wilder chose what he thought was going to be the soft target in Tyson Fury, and he just messed everything up. He messed everything up for the boxing fans and messed everything up for himself. Thought he was being smart by avoiding Joshua, but it's just messed things up. He could have fought Fury, moved on after the first fight, and then fought Joshua. And he could, and then he would have been cool. It would have been cool. He would have still been world champion. He could have fought for undisputed. I think in his heart of hearts, he will have to acknowledge that he made a big tactical mistake, big tactical error in not fighting Joshua, because win, lose, or draw, that would have been his biggest payday. Not just to that day, till now, to this day. To this day. Yeah, they might be drugged. You're right, they might be drugged. They might be drugged. OMG. Wilder's flexing his pecs.
He wants to learn to flex his quads, never mind his pecs.
Flexing his pecs. OMG. I see Wilder getting brutally knocked out in this. With
Could definitely. Yeah, definitely could happen.
Brutally. Hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. I see him getting brutally knocked out within 6 rounds. We'll see.
Well, he's got his tactics right at the moment. Stay well away from him. Keep the jab out, hand out there like that, and don't engage for 3 or 4 rounds. Make him run around the track and see if you can make him gas.
And we're off. It's the first round of Wilder versus Zhang. Man from Alabama versus the big Chinaman. And he's already trapped in the corner. Now he's out. Talking about Wilder. Big bang, Zhang, I think. Have we ever seen Wilder spark? No. I expect to see Wilder spark this time around, and early too.
Wasn't he clean out in the last Fury fight?
Nah, he just dropped down through fatigue. And he got up. He actually got up a couple of seconds after the referee waved it off. They don't often show that bit.
Well, if he can play keep away like he's at the moment, he's in for a chance.
No, we'll see. We'll see how good his keep away game is.
I mean, I can't imagine it being particularly skillful, but it's only got to be effective for long enough.
He did have a good jab at one time, did Wilder.
That's what I mean. It doesn't need to be that good because he has clearly got the reach on Zhang. But if Zhang keeps trapping him in the corner, it's not going to go well for him.
He did it to himself. He devolved. He was a better fighter than he ended up being. He devolved, and he chose to devolve. He chose to neglect his greater skills, his overall skills, in favor of just working on the left and the right, the straight left. I mean, the left jab and the straight right. He chose to do that. He did it to himself. He chose to devolve. I mean, I question throwing out so many, or just using the hand as a bit of a ramrod, but not really with a jab. I question just having that hand out there like that as a stick. You might as well throw a jab.
But I can see the value in doing it against Zhang. Because you're making Zhang walk more than he wants to. If he can do that for 6 rounds, Zhang could be blown out of his ass.
If you do that for 6 rounds, have you got what is you still jab? I mean, my God.
I think he's doing it to prevent I think he's just doing it to make sure he doesn't get hit.
Yeah.
More.
Well, at some point, I mean, I'd like to actually see him throw an actual jab.
Well, normally he does throw one before he lets the right hand go.
Honestly, can he even channel any anger into that right hand? Because here's the thing. He was tricked for so long by his people. They talked him up for so long, for so many years, that he actually fell into it. And then once he got exposed for being a very, very average. Well, he wasn't even exposed by. He was maybe exposed in the second fight by Fury. Once that happened, he wasn't. I don't know. But somewhere along the way, he just stopped believing. He stopped believing in himself, and he stopped believing his own hype. And I don't know if he can. Once your mind has expanded and grown, I don't know if he can contract again like that so quickly. I don't know if he can start believing his own hype again.
Oh dear, he's caught up to him in the corner.
Am I a little bit behind or something?
Maybe. You need to get out of there, Wilder.
Okay, I was a little bit behind.
And now he just voluntarily walks to the next nearest corner.
Oh, gosh. Corner to corner.
Dear.
This is a bad scene for Wilder. Jeez. He was brainwashed by the PBC. They brainwashed him into thinking he was great. And then he realized.
The thing is, when he used to throw the right hand, it was like somebody bowling a cricket ball, wasn't it? It was like he put everything into it.
Yeah.
So if he's going to knock anybody out, it isn't because he's got good power. It's because he commits more than anybody else ever commits.
Yeah.
But if Zhang gets that tired, maybe we'll make that commitment. We'll see.
Well, we'll see.
Ooh, dear. You can't take too many of them.
Jeez. That was the right hand, by the way, folks. From Zhang.
That right hook was vicious.
Yeah, 2 lefts. I've got visions of Wilder just splayed out.
Yeah, I can see that happening fairly soon.
I cannot understand how he hasn't thrown a jab yet. Just using.
He thinks he is. He thinks he is jabbing.
Jeez. He was brainwashed. In Wilder, you have a man who was brainwashed into thinking that he was good. He was brainwashed. You ever watched the film The Truman Show?
No, I've not seen it.
Okay. Years ago, Jim Carrey. Basically, everybody around him was playing a part in a movie. He was the star of the movie, and he'd been filmed since he was a baby. And everybody around him, he was living in a series, a TV series. And he was being recorded all the time, and he didn't know. And Wilder reminds me of Truman. They built a set around him, and they were all told to act in a certain way. They were all told to tell him that he was great, and he believed he was. And then somebody came along, and then eventually, when they couldn't protect him anymore because they wanted to cash out. Well, no, they brought in a guy who they thought wasn't very good, was past his best, was at a low ebb, and that guy was better than they thought he was, and he gave some trouble. I still think Wilder won, but anyway, they had a rematch. Instead of moving on, counting himself lucky and moving on, he went back and he got battered. And then since then, the players, the actors around him they've kind of
He threw a genuine jab then.
missed it.
Oh dear. I don't fancy this for Wilder at all.
Oh my God. Yeah, and so he's in the Wildman, the Truman Show, but at the end of the day, the people need to get their money. They've invested so much in the show. They need to get their money. Jesus. Zhang just caught him with I think it was a left.
Yeah, he caught him with a straight left, and the way he reacted to that, I just not like that.
Yeah. Look at his rights. The Wilder's rights have got nothing on them. They're missing the targets, and when they do land, there's nothing on them. And then the actors around him dissipated. One of the main actors he fired. His name was Mark Breland. And he was actually helping him. He was actually good, half decent. As decent as he could be with his limited skill set. Half decent. He got rid of him, and then his protection blanket went, and the actors faded one by one, and there was nobody. And he realized he wasn't great at all. Hammer fist to the top of Zhilei Zhang's head. Hilarious. He watched a couple of UFC matches, and he thinks he's John Jones now. We just saw John. Well, not John. We just saw Joshua and Joshua. As the camera panned across, and Joshua was just like, he's going, shit. How many millions have you cost me, boy? Do you know how much money you cost me? There he is, Joshua.
It's worse than that, isn't it? It's like
look at Joshua.
Fury was nowhere to be seen in the landscape of the heavyweight division.
No way.
And Wilder let him in.
And then he battered Wilder. He let him in. Fury was the real snake in the garden. but he fired Breland. Look at Joshua just sitting there going, you cost me tens of millions. I don't think you understand. You cost me hundreds of millions.
And undisputed.
Yeah, and undisputed. And he gave it to friggin'.
Well, luckily, Fury never became undisputed. That's the only saving grace.
Oh, yeah, he didn't, did he?
No.
He gave it to Luke, but he didn't. Leaky Luke. But he didn't. But how much did this guy cost Joshua? 200 mil? Let's imagine looking at a guy cost you 200 mil.
Well, it depends how you look at it, because if they'd accepted the first fight, it wasn't going to be that massive for Joshua, because they offered Wilder about 12 or 14, didn't they?
No.
So it depends when he takes it.
Well,
if he'd
have took it the last time, it was around.
But Wilder's
like 200 mil.
Wilder's strategy of not taking the fight inflated it to a degree.
Yeah.
But then they didn't know when to cash in.
Yeah. Yeah, they went back to the roulette table one time too many. And he lost everything he could have gained.
And I'll tell you what, the longer this goes, because Zhang's been pretty active by his standards so far.
Has he been active though? Has he?
Yes, he has. Yeah, by his standards, yeah, he has. Yeah.
I don't think he has been active by his standards.
You go back and watch a Parker fight, Raf. This is a lot more active than he was in the Parker fight.
A lot less active than he was in the Joyce fights. Two of them, remember? He's barely thrown a punch, then.
Yeah.
I put it to you that Zhang, because Deontay is not forcing anything. I put it to you that Zhang isn't using much of he's on eco mode.
Quite possibly.
I further put it to you that A, he's on eco mode, and B, because he's in eco mode, he's going to keep his power for longer and his cardio for longer.
I don't think his power actually goes. I think his ability goes when his gas tank goes to zero. We'll see anyway. We'll see. I mean, I don't necessarily dispute what you're saying, Raf.
Well, it don't matter if you dispute it or not. We just
No, it doesn't.
hypothesis.
I'm just giving you my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Is twofold in that Zhang is being more active than he normally is, but he's also under virtually no pressure whatsoever.
When you're in the ring and you're not under pressure, it does extend one's
yeah, it does. I just because he's got such an amazingly bad gas tank. Because like he wasn't under stupendous amounts of pressure against Joe Parker, was he?
I never watched that fight.
Oh, okay. Well,
I just saw the highlights, but I never watched it. The whole thing.
He dropped him twice.
I saw that,
and then he didn't do anything. Then it literally was like all his gas had gone.
Yeah, but he was particularly heavier than this.
But not that much heavier. Like 7 pounds. 7 pounds heavier.
Yeah, I thought he took off a good stone.
No, that's like a big P for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
10 pounds at the outside. Still think Wilder needs to get to about round 7 before he starts letting his hands go.
I don't even believe that Wilder can throw his right anymore.
He might not be able to. I mean, we've not seen it.
I don't think he can. Really, he just.
Well, he did drop. He threw it against
Lanius.
And he dropped Fury in the last fight.
In the last fight 2 years ago.
Yeah, and besides that, he's only had one other fight.
Yeah.
So in his last 3 fights, he has thrown it.
No, his last
2
fight.
Of the 3.
Last
yeah,
fight.
Two out of his last 3 fights, he has thrown it.
Yeah.
But he's been so inactive, it's very difficult to judge whether it's there or not.
Well, I mean, that fight with Helenius, I mean, he was a sparring partner. I don't know if I can classify that as a fight. It was with his sparring partner.
I wouldn't be surprised if he took a dive as well. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not really one for conspiracy theories. But
I'm not either. But the punch isn't it wasn't like he didn't get much extension on it, which makes me suspicious.
It was the weirdest punch ever.
Yeah.
I think I did a show about it or a video. It's the weirdest thing ever. Weirdest thing. The angle was weird. It was like a girl punch. No disrespect.
He doesn't normally throw punches like that and get a knockout. I know that much.
Very peculiar.
But he's still here.
Yes.
And a lot of people didn't think he'd make it to the 5th.
I'm not sure I thought he'd make it to the 5th.
And it's like the longer it goes,
yeah, it should
the
favor.
Chance you got to give him.
It should favor Wilder theoretically. Oh, he might get a bit of confidence from that.
The thing is, Zhang's a really good counter puncher, so you don't want to get too confident about throwing punches with it. If he gets timed, he'll be out cold. I'm confident of that.
Yeah, I'm confident too. Deontay Wilder's a horrible boxer. He's a horrible boxer.
Oh, God.
Horrible. Friggin' hell.
He was like, he turned his back to him and then turned back around. Banged out.
Oh my God, this referee's wicked. Oh, he raised it off. Okay. Friggin' hell. Friggin' hell. That was even more comical than I could have possibly imagined.
But he was like running away because he got clipped.
That was
and then he turned around again.
That was more comical.
He turned around after running away and got banged.
I expected him to be flatlined, which he almost got. But I did.
Why is he complaining? He's complaining about it.
The comedy element of that was even more than I expected. That was wow. He says, "I'm fine." Is he gonna fire? Is he gonna fire this coach now?
He's saying he can carry on fighting.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Nothing like being deluded, Deontay.
Well, you see, he's been deluded his whole career. They did it to him. I'm fine.
Yeah, no.
I'm fine. This is freaking crazy. That was more comical.
Yeah, that was mental. Because it's the way he was running away, like stumbling away with his back to it. And then he turned around.
I'm fine.
Plucked him. I want the
fine.
replay.
I'm waiting.
Here we go. So he throws a punch, which is where he went wrong. He starts walking away to the ref. Oh, that's what he was. He was complaining to the ref that he got hit in the back of the head.
I'm fine.
And then he just got clean chinned. Hold on, this is why you should defend yourself at all times.
Yeah. OMG. Wilder gets it with the left hook, turns around. Boom! OMG. And that was Wilder splayed out there. Look at this.
So this was Wilder's problem. He started to get
walks away. Boom! Oh my gosh.
It's like, why are you running away like that? You're supposed to defend yourself at all times.
Drops. And he was in a different dimension. There he is.
But he's already going when he's like complaining.
Boom! Glancing blow. And then he turns. He said, I've been hitting the back of the head. And then boom. And then he drops down.
But he hadn't been hit in the back of the head either.
But he had not been hit in the back of the head. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. There's Wilder. He turns to the referee. And boom. Boom.
I think Wilder's just got to give it up now.
And there he is. It wouldn't even be fair. It wouldn't even be fair for Joshua to fight Wilder.
No. I'd rather see Joshua fight Zhang. I think that would be quite
fair now. He's a shell. He's a shell of himself.
The thing is, I
don't know. He might be the best he's ever been, but this is ridiculous. He was never good, man.
I think he was always this bad. He was
always this bad.
Yeah, he's just been in with better opposition, hasn't he?
He was always this bad. He's just Al Turkey set him up. Al Turkey made him feel like he was his friend. Al Turkey, you bad man. You bad man.
Well, out of those two fights, then.
Isn't that a clean sweep?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh my God, Deontay, you were never good, my friend. This is the Raphael Dawkins. I'm doing a video. This is the Raphael Dawkins, the Combat Radio. Deontay, you were never good. You were never good, my friend. And I don't take pleasure in saying that, but you were built up. You were like the lead. Friggin' hell. The battery power's gone. Not the power, but I didn't have enough, what do you call it? Free space, and I knew it was going to come back to get me. Yeah, as you were saying, John.
Well, just out of Dubois or Zhang, seeing as Joshua's slated to fight in September, who would you rather see him fight?
You might as well fight Dubois.
I think that's what's going to happen. I do think the Zhang fight might be a bit more interesting.
Yeah, it might be, but
I think he will fight Dubois because it's easier to make money off it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's Riyadh season in Wembley, isn't it?
Yeah. Looking forward to that one.
Right, Rafi.
Yeah, man.
It's way past my bedtime.
Yeah, it's past mine too. Good to have you on here. All right. All right. Yeah, that was the John Dealer. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. That was crazy. That was comical. That was even more comical than I expected it to be. But if you want more comedy, stick around for the post-fight show. Because that's going to be super comical. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy, yo. Zhang. He was never good, my friend. Deontay, he was never good. You really weren't. What's going on here? Oh, they're tearing off this thing. It's never good. The first shot he got hit with. The first shot Deontay got hit with, it was a wrap. It was a chicken wrap. And I'm not laughing because I'm rejoicing in the fella's defeat, but he was never good. Deontay, you were never good, my friend. You were the guy in the Truman Show. You really were. You were the guy in the Truman Show. It's crazy. It's crazy as hell. You're the guy in the Truman Show. It's madness. We're gonna hear from the winner now. Let me turn it up a little bit. Hajima. Hajima. Thank you. Thank you to my people. Thank you to my people. Thank you to everybody in Saudi Arabia. I'm just translating this for y'all, transcribing this for y'all. Cantonese power, Chinese power.
I would like to say big thank you to my team and also Mr. Ambassador, Mr. Zhang, and his excellency, and my team, Queensberry and Matchroom, for putting all this together. I would like to thank every friend who come here from all over the world. I would like to thank fans in China. It's midnight over there, and you guys are watching me. Thank you. You took a loss in your last fight to Joseph Parker. What was different about this fight? 上次输给巴克的，这次赢了，有什么区别？上次输比赛很正常，因为我在赛前击败乔伊斯之后，然后我有一些膨胀，然后我就没有把帕克放在眼里。
Oh my God！
然后训练的时候也没有那么专注，然后到比赛中也没有那么专注，所以说。
Try to get time by complaining to the referee. It's comedic. It's comedic. It's comedic. It's comedic. That is going to go down. That is going to go down as one of the funniest knockouts in the history of boxing. And it's fitting that a man who avoided fighting the best gets taken out that way. We make a video of this. It's absolute comedy. Let me upload this shizzle.
But I successfully took his right hand away. Did you feel his power at any point during this fight?
No. No power. No power, no threat. A little bit. That was comedic. That was hysterically comedic. Okay. Heavy puncher, yeah.
21 years old, but you're still very much a player in this heavyweight division. What do you want to do?
So, Joseph Parker. Would Joseph Parker go 12 rounds with Deontay? Joseph Parker goes 12 rounds with Deontay. Ekes out a victory over Zhang. And then Zhang comes and takes out Deontay in 5 rounds. Was it 5 or 6? Was it 5 or 6? That was absolute comedy. That was funny as hell. All right. Okay. Let's knock this shizzle off. Thanks to the people who came in here. And watch out for the video. And we are out later. Oh, thanks to the Iron Kong and commiserations to the Iron Kong for the passing of his mother. Much respect. All right. Peace out.
$1 million to Mr. Frank Warren of Queensberry Promotion.